So I apologize for the delay in getting this video out. I had family over yesterday, so I couldn't really get to it, and it was a long day yesterday. So, I mean, people were coming over the line here. I was like, Ava, the new Kiramager? Is that what it is? Yeah, the new
Yep,
Kiramager stuff has
Kiramager.
come out,
And one of them
and
was me.
yeah, and oh, by the way, I think I'm gonna try and record somebody else in here and see what happens. Maybe Maxzilla1956, or is it
Yes.
1954? Is that your name? Is it?
It varies from place to place. Maxzilla
Yeah.
is generally the best way to go about it.
He's going to keep me awake for the next years. Actually, no, I got to. Which way do I point? I point that way. Maxwell is going to keep me awake for the next hours. By the way, Max,
Yes.
if you can send me a thumbnail with your picture, I'll stick it in the thing over there so they can recognize one of your icons or something like that. Ugh, I'm
Roger,
tired.
Roger.
Anyway, so anyways, it's 10:20 p.m. on what is this Monday, December 23rd, 2019. Is it Monday? Yeah, it's still Monday.
Yes, Monday.
And I'm tired, and Max is here to keep me awake as I discuss
I
the
am.
new footage that's just popped up a couple of days ago from, I think it's Mashin Sentai Kirameiger,
Yep, Kiramager. Kiramager?
which, Kira, Kira, Kira,
Kira.
Kira, Kira, Kira. I can't get my voice that high. I can't do it.
I just think of Death Note whenever I hear that.
Yeah, I've never watched Death Note, so I don't get that reference.
It's good.
So you tell me don't watch Death Note?
No, no, do watch it. It's good. I mean,
Do
if you're into crime dramas and psychological thrillers and murder, then yeah, do it. It's good.
so then I should watch Castle or what's that one? Law and Order. Which one? SVU. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but do those have a demon?
It's the demon of the human heart. The beast that cannot be tamed.
Hmm.
Machine Sentai Kirameiger.
Yes.
So, yeah, they've been out. The pictures have been out since Friday or Saturday. I think it was. I think they came out Sunday.
They came out Saturday,
Came out Saturday.
the
Okay, yeah.
the 21st.
Okay, and and I'm recording this 2 days later, so
Hmm.
I don't know. This video is probably going to pop up on Christmas Eve day. I think is when it's going to show because I'm not going to put this all together tonight. That's not happening. So I'm going to do the recordings
Oh,
tonight.
there you go. Christmas present to the fans. New reaction video.
Something like that. There you go. So on my community page where I mentioned that I was aware of the Kiramager stuff, but I hadn't looked at it yet, somebody posted a response there and they said, Ava, you ever thought of doing a video of your top Zords of each season? Then also a worst. I know a top of yours is Magic King. Actually, I've been thinking about doing a top 10, best of, worst of, or maybe a top 10 best of and top 5 worst of from Super Sentai. I've been thinking of doing that for quite a while. So do bug me about that. Please do bug me about that, and I will get to it.
That'd be a cool
I
idea.
had, yeah, it was, and I remember JE Fusion. I think um, they did their top 10, whatever it was, and I was like,
Yeah.
most of the top 10s that I like, I already have. So why not?
Yeah.
I think like in my top 10, I only had like one or two figures that, or no, there of my top 10 figures, like two of them I didn't have. So
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I got close to it a couple of weeks ago, but not close enough because I don't have $1,000 to spend on eBay.
Yeah, that's a struggle.
Okay. So, anyways, yeah, Max, keep me awake, please.
All right.
Um,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
okay,
So,
so
what do you want to see first from Kiramager? Do you want to see like the full scans, or do you want to see like the little teaser scans that came just before the full ones?
well, I've got both Toku Nation, or I'm sorry, news.tokunation.com, and I've also got JE Fusion hooked up. So the
Yes.
first look, I'm going to be looking at Toku Nation because I think um, they both have the same
They
information. But
both
the
have the
Toku
same
Nation,
stuff, but I think Tokum Nation is missing one image from, was it from the revealed stuff so far? Yeah, it is.
hmm
And I know I have a JE Fusion article up that has that image. So
yeah, okay, Oh, it might be the red vehicle, I think. Is the one
No,
that.
they both have the vehicle, but it's actually something else that we'll get to.
Okay. One thing I do know, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Max. As far as I'm aware, the Robo, the
Yes.
first wave Robo has not appeared yet. So
No.
that's
We have not seen the Robo. We just have the Zord, quote unquote Zord, for the red. Was it for the red Kiramager? And we have rumors slash possible confirmations, but nothing visible yet about what the other Rangers will pilot.
hmm And unfortunately, I saw bits and pieces of that. So I was already aware that they're going to be doing super vehicles again
Yes.
for the second year. Oh, thank
Yay.
God they're doing super vehicles. I just hope they're not cartoony figures like they did with Goanger, like they did with. Well, no, they didn't really do it with Lupin v Pat, but still, super vehicles. Bandai Plex Toei, thank you. Okay, that's all we're asking of you. Okay,
Yep.
that's all we're just super vehicles. Okay, my only concern at this point is that, and you can't see this obviously, Max, but I just hope they don't do freaking part swapping again. Like, okay, it was.
Well, I can say for certain that it's definitely not Ryu Solger #2. It's not
That's good.
that, and it's not part swapping. I don't know what quite to make of it yet. We'll get into it.
I mean, it's not like Super Sentai hasn't done part swapping before, but at least on the scale of Ryu Soldier and Go Buster,
Yeah,
it's that was pretty bad.
yeah, it's not that
I'm
from the looks of it.
Yeah, it's not that. So like, okay, I still haven't found a way to put the what's it called, Cosmo Raptor together in an interesting way. And part of the problem is this weird mirroring asymmetry thing that you do with the legs.
That's the cool, unique idea behind it, but it's also its flaw.
It's hard to customize it and make one side look like the other. And I still have not found a way to team it up with Tiger Lance. And by the way, I would like to point out that's not what a lance looks like. They treat it like a sword. So.
Yeah, yeah,
And
basically.
actually, just before I did recording, Max and I were talking about the Ryu Soul Calibur, which is the last of the role play toys that are coming out, and I'm not going to
Hmm.
be getting it. And so I'll reiterate, as of this recording, this is as far as I'm going to go. And then I've also got these two things that I purchased separately. So I got four sets of toys from Ryu Soldier. That's At this point, that's pretty much all they're going to get out of me. So
Yep.
okay.
All right.
Although
You ready for the?
I did know.
Oh, go on. Continue. My
Although I
bad.
did notice, and I commented on this previously, at least when it comes to either one of the combined forms here, that what's this called? Kishiryu Jin
Yes.
doesn't really lend itself really well to the color palette, just because, well, dark navy blue against white and green and black, it's not really a good
Mm,
combination. So would I want
not
to
the
get
best.
Kishiryu O? No, I don't. But because Kishiryu Jin is just blatantly cooler,
Yeah.
you know. So, but I mean, at the time, at the time when I did that recording, it's like, oh yeah, it'd be kind of neat to put these together. But once you actually have it in your hands, it's like, okay, yeah, I didn't anticipate that happening. So this is probably
Yeah.
the last time you'll be seeing this from me.
I feel
Okay,
it.
so Max, you've obviously already seen all of this, right?
Yes, I've
Okay,
already seen this stuff, and I can feed you articles in whichever order you want to see them. So,
very easy.
do you want to start with the full blown scans, or do you want like the little teaser scans that came first?
I'm gonna look at the Token Nation teaser scans
All right.
because that's
So
probably like that's the logo and the helmets and such like
yeah,
that. So
this is just the helmets. So here's the teaser scans from Toku.
here's
Boop.
teaser scans.
All right.
Huh. So the and I'm looking just at the first one. That's the Red Ranger helmet.
Yep.
It's an interesting texture that they've got in the top of the helmet. Um, has kind of
So
that.
just based off of that, what do you would guess that the theme is for this Sentai season?
Well, we already know that it's super vehicles that are going to be used. So
Mm-hmm. And we see the
unless they
headlights on his helmet.
They've got the headlights on the helmet, which is a really, really nice callback to Bokinger, which is one of the things I liked about Bokinger's helmets.
Yep.
It was also in Gowanger's helmets, so it's good to see the little thingy there. So that's good. I don't know what that. Oh, I see. Somebody scratched out the
Yeah,
price of the
the
magazine
yeah, the
scan.
price thing.
So
Yep.
okay, whatever. Um, yeah, the rumor was that Kiramager it was
Major.
going to be
Yeah.
diamonds or emeralds or precious jewels and gems of some kind. So
Yes.
um, I haven't read any of the rumors beyond that, and that was just the initial rumor that was like 2 weeks ago when that rumor popped up, and that was just like when they're submitting stuff and coming out. So
Yeah.
one of the things that I thought would be interesting, and I said this to you previously, Max, is I would like to see a Sentai where they use technology, they use super vehicles, but like the humans were, they knew that this threat was coming, but the best they could do was they could come up with some vehicles and some weapons, but they wouldn't really work unless they brought magic into it, but they didn't have
Mm-hmm.
access to magic. So an
Mm-hmm.
ally comes from another dimension or another planet, comes down and helps to enhance this technology. So now it's that, wait a minute, does he have pointed ears?
Yes, he
He's
does.
got these little things sticking out that what? Okay. The other possibility that I heard was that Machine Sentai, is it Mashin or Machine?
It's pronounced like Mashin, but
Mashin.
it's pronounced that, but it's clearly supposed to be like machine, which is like, and I think like that's also another word for machine in Japanese, or used a lot in relation to machine. So it's basically Machine Sentai Kirameiger.
Hmm. And I have no idea what Kiramager is. Like Kira, God, the first thing that comes to mind is Jesus Yamato from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. But I know that Kira, the name Kira, is used all over anime in Japan. So that by itself, is there any connection there, Max?
Generally it means was it light? It could be interpreted as. So I have a feeling that based off of that gem thing that we heard about, the Kira in the names means like sparkling or like shining.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well. So I'm
Yep.
wondering if, like, based on just what I mentioned a moment ago, I wonder if the Kiramagers are like
Oh, true.
machines and technology that are merged with magic of some kind, which would
Mm.
be an interesting. It all depends on how they carry it out, but if
Yes.
that's to be the theme, I would not be opposed to it.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all I've seen of his helmet. Let's
All
move on
right.
to the next picture.
The next
And
picture.
is that? Wait a minute, is that Deca Blue?
Yes. Okay. So here is a thing that some people were theory crafting about, and this is what I'm noticing and standing by.
Wait a
So
minute.
the Kira Majors have all
Wait a minute. Wait a
unique
minute.
helmets.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Yes,
Is
yes.
that Ho Ranger's helmet? The pink one?
Okay. Okay. So this
What
this
is
is what
going
I'm
on
getting to.
here?
I'm thinking, and what some other people are thinking,
Wait
is
a minute.
that
That's
all of the
Hurricane Yellow's
helmets,
helmet.
yes, all of these helmets are possible references to past helmets from past Rangers. So from what I remember hearing, the Red Ranger, the Red Cure Major, is Abate Red.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. I was
Uh,
thinking that.
the yellow is Kieran Ranger from Die Ranger.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
sure. Sure.
the green is one of the Kaku Rangers, I think, is what they were thinking.
No, I would have said a Kaku Ranger, really? Nah.
That's
Kaku Ranger,
maybe
wait a minute.
maybe I
Kaku
was reading
Ranger
it
didn't
different.
have green. Kaku
Well,
Ranger didn't
no,
have
no, but these colors aren't coordinating, but just like the helmet look, not the colors, but just the look.
No, the shape of the visor isn't enough of Kaku Ranger.
Hmm.
I no, I'd be more inclined to believe it's what was it, Juoger, like Juo green, except
Oh yeah,
without the elephant
it could
trunk
be
down the
George
center.
Green.
Yeah.
Could be that. Blue Ranger is clearly Deca Blue or Deca Red,
Hmm.
very much
Hmm.
so, and pink is Hurricane Blue.
I suppose so. I suppose so.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Huh. All right. You know,
it's just we're putting together.
it. You know, this is the 44th Super Sentai series, and I already have a complaint. And I already have a complaint here. Why
Yeah.
didn't they save this for the 45th Super Sentai series, an anniversary series?
That I can't answer.
Because, like, if you had to do references to past Sentai, that would be the time.
Yeah.
But it's like, but whatever. You know, if that's the direction they're going to go, that's fine with me. So,
Yep.
okay,
Also,
I'm not. It's more about timing and less
yeah.
about the selections that they're going with.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, note
Okay.
that all of the Rangers' helmets have some sort of ears on them, or sort of look like ears, spoilers, things coming off the sides of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yes. Okay.
So that's all we got for
So
the first teaser looks. All
moving
right.
on, let's take a look at
Moving
the
on.
second. Let's look at that second page. A green female.
Yes. A green
Huh.
female for the second time.
Yeah, because the first one was in Don't Say It. Not Ryu. Not Ryu. Oh shit. What was it called? Q Ranger.
Yeah. Yep.
Which
Q
was
Ranger.
Sentai Q Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Which was honestly was not a bad show. The end of the toy line was a dud, but
Mm.
that that was not a bad show. I did enjoy that show. I had some slow parts, but
I might need to check it out again. The first episodes really dragged me out of it with Lucky.
yeah, and yeah. I mean, we're shooting the breeze here, but yeah. I mean, with Q Ranger, Lucky, he never really gets rid of his tagline, but he's nowhere near as obnoxious as oh, what was the ninja themed show?
Ninja.
Ninja, nowhere near as obnoxious as that guy. So like, yeah, he says it.
Or what?
Yeah, that guy.
No, it wasn't something like that.
He said,
Whatever you're saying. I'm burning up or I'm getting
I'm burning
fired
up.
up.
I'm getting fired up." I was like,
Yep.
shut
So
up.
good.
Yeah, but Ninja was a turnoff. I mean, how far did we get into Ninja? It was like 15 episodes, I think.
No,
And we were
we got a good chunk into it. We got like halfway
20
through.
maybe.
I want to say 25.
Yeah, yeah,
Close to
because
it.
we saw Star Ninja made his debut.
We saw Star Ninja. We saw Lion Hao made his debut
We
in the
did.
powered up form for it. We dropped off Ninja before the what is it, before those fire mechs got introduced.
Yeah, but that would yeah, so that would have been just beyond halfway point.
Yeah.
God, Ninja was such a dud. I don't know how the show did, but Ninja. I don't know if you remember this or not, Max. Ninja had the second worst selling toy line ever of Super Sentai. You want to know the worst one?
What was the worst?
Geki Ranger. Geki Ranger had the worst
That's sad.
selling toy line. Because I mean, think about what they had.
Yeah.
Think of what they did for Geki Ranger's toy line. It's like it wasn't bad. It just wasn't interesting.
Yeah. The beginning of it
So
was interesting, and then it just
yeah, beginning was
fell off.
interesting. Yeah. I still want to get that Geki Claw, not Geki Claw, not the one that Geki Chopper had, but like the claw that the Geki Fire had. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
three. I want to get. I still want to get one of those. So, and I still need. Wait, do I have? What was the other one I wanted to get? Oh, the batons, the or Geki Tonfa. I still want to get
Yeah.
the Geki Tonfa. I still want to get one of
That was
those.
pretty cool.
Hmm. So, anyways, the Kiramager, very shiny.
Very shiny. Very
Very
shiny.
shiny.
They have shiny that. Notice they have an extra shiny strip on their arms. And shins, maybe? No, I think just the arms. Like it's extra
Uh,
glittery and extra reflective between the two like silver parts of it.
on their arms?
Yeah, on their arms, on their sleeves. It's still the same color, but you could tell there's
Oh,
a
I see
little
it. I
extra
see it. Yeah,
chroming
yeah, yeah, yeah.
glitteriness to it.
Yeah, I got it. I got it now. Yeah, 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 yeah. So
Yep.
it's like it's their right arms just below the shoulder from there down. So
Yeah.
it's like from here down, then it's glittery. But it's
Yeah.
not on the left arm, I don't think.
No, it looks like it is for both. Maybe I'm not sure. I think it's there for
Oh
both.
yeah, maybe it is. but I'm not sure about the boots.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about the boots, but I know it's definitely there for the arms.
Hmm. These are nice. These are nice suits. I like this. They've also got gem on the. I don't know
Yep.
the stripe that goes across the chest. They got a gem on the top right, or yeah, on the
Hey,
top
that
left
looks like a
side.
road.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
So the gem is supposed to be like a car on the
Hmm.
road. Yep, which looks good.
Hmm.
And notice how Kira Blue and Kira Pink only have a single stripe, whereas yellow and red, and I think green also have dotted stripes.
I think green might. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up that earlier picture. Oh no, I haven't seen the other picture yet. We'll find out in a moment here. So yeah, maybe it's an indication of like how fast the vehicles move or
Maybe.
where their vehicles can go, travel, something like
Yep.
that.
Also, they have seatbelt buckle belts.
Oh, that's right. Ah, that's great.
Yep.
I like these bracelets or bands of metal around their ankle, around their lower leg and around their
Yeah, they got these
biceps. I
bands of
like that.
metal, and they got runes on them,
Yeah. It reminds
which
me. Um, which series would that remind me of? It sounds familiar. I'm not sure where, but it's a nice detail to have. I do like that.
is a nice detail. It adds something a little bit more than it would just be plain metal.
Yeah, and it's different enough from Deca Rangers, from the metal strips that they had on their boots and on their arms. It's different enough. It's distinctive enough that you can kind of tell the difference between them at a glance. Like, oh, that's Deca Ranger outfit. No, it's actually Kiramager.
Hmm. Now, I think with the runes and with the gem theme and with like the weird ears on all of the Rangers, I think we might actually be looking at magic vehicles, like what you were suspecting. Or at
Mm-hmm.
least not just big vehicles, but vehicles that have some extra special thing going on for them.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's like maybe they are magicians.
Maybe.
Maybe like
I heard a rumor they
could
were demons, supposedly.
maybe that's why they've all got pointed ears on their helmets.
Maybe.
Hmm. Okay, so let's take it the next picture, which is
Yes.
these are all magazines. Here's the weird thing though; these are not toy scans. Max, you lied to me. I thought these were toy scans.
We do get a toy scan, but the rest is magazine scans. Or at least I think it's a toy scan. I don't know. But I never specified toys.
All right, so for Christmas you're going to be getting okay. So their hench. I hope that's their henching. I hope that's a wrist-mounted henching device.
It is.
And you know what I love about these devices? It's exact. Hmm. What I love about these devices is that it's conjuring up um, Hurricaneger, where they have I don't remember the name of the hurricane bracer change or whatever it is,
Yeah, yeah,
where it had little ring that you had to spin. But
yeah.
more important than that, it's reminding me of the Accellulars from Bokinger, where it had a full-on tire that you had to spin on the bottom of the cell phone,
Yes.
which I still love to this day.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm liking this. So it looks like they're just going to put their arm up like this, and then they're going to spin the thing, or they'll spin down like this. Or they'll do something
Hmm.
along those lines. So that's great. I like that.
Yep. So they got smart watches that are themed after a tire that spin.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
cool.
very cool, very slick looking. I really like the design of them. The one thing I wish is that maybe they're just a little big. Maybe they could have been a little smaller, but still, very, very, very minor nitpick. I really like the look of them.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I'm concerned about right now, just from the three pictures we've gone through right now, is I haven't seen well, I'll call the medium gimmick. That thing
Mm,
that goes between the toys of the mecha to the role play. I'm not
yes.
seeing where that's going to hang out. I'm not seeing it in their belts. I'm not seeing it on the wrist changer. I'm not seeing it in like a chest panel or something like that. Because like
Hmm.
in not Go Roger, Go Buster, they had the transpods. that were on
Yes.
the lapel or whatever it is. They would push that, and then the thing would pop out. But I'm not seeing anything like that here. So maybe they're cards, or I've always said that collectible trading cards was a good gimmick for Super Sentai. It's just
Yeah.
Goseijo just dropped the ball.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see what the gimmick is for these. Moving on to the next picture, which has blue and green. The sword, that's a very
And we
pretty
get
sword.
the sword. Very flashy. Very flashy
That's a
sword.
very it's a boring sword. It's blue. It's not silver, it's not black, it's not red, but it's blue.
It's shiny blue.
It's shiny blue.
Yep. So it's like a
That's
sword made out of crystal.
yeah, sure. And of course, because these are the stunt props that they're using here, so they're not going to be the toy proportions or anything like that. But
Yes.
oh, by the way, green. We were talking earlier about what the stripe across her chest is. It's a dotted line.
Yep.
So she's probably going to have a road vehicle as well.
Yep.
If what you say is true.
So yeah, very simple sword. Honestly, I kind of like this simplified sword and not like a sword with like a million bajillion gimmicks going on for it, because it actually looks
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
sword that could take a hit, and it's not like a folding sword that looks like it would snap in two if it hit the wrong spot.
I don't know. I kind of like swords like that because I like transformable weapons. But it looks like these don't transform. They're
Hmm.
not going to shape. It's like unless the blade extends and shrinks down, or the wing like guards, unless those fold open and close. Um, I don't know. It's kind of boring, but I'm not offended by it. But I am
Yeah.
also curious. It also looks like there might be two different locations for lights. One would be in the guard, where those
Hmm.
those chevrons are located, and then the other one is at the end of the sword. The towards
Yes.
the end of the blade. I'm guessing so. There's going to be like two different types of lights, as opposed to Ryu Solger and even oh, what's the other dinosaur one?
Kyoryuger?
Kyoryuger, where the lights were aligned along the blade and they would light up in sequence or something like that. It looks
Hmm.
like they're not doing that here. So it'll be just the end of the blade and then the guard of the sword.
Yeah. I kind of like how the edge of the sword extends down the hilt. Kind of like was it the power sword that Daijujin uses?
Wait a minute, what do you mean?
It's like you see how the blue edge of the blade like extends down the outside of the hilt to like the tip of it.
Uh, kind of, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
So you,
Was it Daijujin's like the power sword? You did the same thing.
oh, I see what you.
Yes,
Oh,
that.
I see. It's
Yeah.
it's it's a streamlined edge that goes all the way from the
Yeah, the
tip of the
streamlined
blade
edge. Yeah.
down to the edge of the guard. Yeah, sure. I can understand that. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. I'm not seeing any obvious slots unless, ooh,
Hmm.
unless those gems on their lapel or on their baldric, I guess is what it is. Unless the gems are the um are the medium.
Hmm.
Like the gems are going to be our medium, the thing that goes between the mecha and the role play. I wonder if that, because they're small enough, like you flip it around, or like it looked like an ordinary gem on one side, but then you flip it around. Oh, look, there's all the reader information on the other side. Maybe that's how they're sneaking it in.
Hmm.
Because they're small,
Maybe.
they're color coded to specific rangers, so you wouldn't have to worry about. But I mean, but I mean, we had these things, real tiny, and they don't have any electronics built in at any point, but they
Yeah.
do have a little reader thing. So I'm holding
Those
up a
things that I cannot see
Ryusol.
at the moment.
Yeah, Max can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm holding up a Ryusol to the camera right now.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, I'm kind of thinking. I wonder if I build it. No, I don't want to interfere with that. So like maybe the gems are like this. One side it's just kind of blank, but you know which ranger it belongs to, but then you flip it around and oh, on the opposite side there's a whole bunch of reader information on the other side. So maybe that's what the gems are. The difference is they just don't have any moving parts on them. So
Maybe.
maybe
Just
maybe
haven't
that's what they're
seen any
doing with these.
obvious readers yet.
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't see them on the swords either, and it doesn't seem like the henching device on the arms would be able to. The however, here's the funny thing, Kamen Rider is usually very experimental, and they're usually the ones to get the toy technology before it gets over into Super Sentai. So
Mm.
and Max has seen a lot more Kamen Rider than I have. He knows this way better than I do. Um, but it seems to me there have been all kinds of cards and chips and keys
Oh
and
yeah,
all
all
kinds of
sorts of
things. So it's
stuff.
like there's a magnetic strip inside, and then
Yeah.
the rider would hold it up to their belt and it would make a noise.
That's currently going on right now with 01. That's airing
Mm-hmm.
currently. How the 01 belt works is that there's a little section of the belt with no. It's not like a thing you chip in. It doesn't detach. It's just something you hover over it and it registers. So you put the
Oh.
progrise keys over that section of the belt, and then it says authorize, and then does the thing, and then it
Mm-hmm.
also does that with the big weapon that just got added. The was it the authorized Buster? I think it's called. The
Mm-hmm.
big gun that turns into a double-sided axe. It also scans on the belt.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
because everyone's doing it right now. But it's not the only series that's done something like that. Like Kamen Rider Ghost had a similar thing going on with its weapons. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. They had the eyes or whatever they were called.
yeah, the icons.
Icons. That's it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
And then there was also Double.
Yep.
They had their
Double.
Gaia memories, but Gaia memories are kind of like Ryu Souls, except that Ryu
Yep.
Souls don't have electronics in them, but they do have the little reader tooth thingies on the backside. So
Yeah.
there is this, I've noticed this for many years. Is like like Bandai Toyplex, they'll experiment with how a toy technologies like reading devices, the electronic reading devices like barcode scanners and stuff. They usually prototype that in Kamen Rider, and then if it's successful, it's carried over a couple of years later into Super Sentai. And so I'm wondering if this is true, because the few pictures I've seen here, I don't know yet, but I'm wondering if the gems might be the medium, the collectible gimmick for Kiramager.
Possibly.
Are you saying that because you know the answer and you're humoring me, or you genuinely don't know?
Both. I, d- I know I know what the rest of the scans are. Uh,
Okay.
but I don't know if there's anything that honestly was. I don't know if there is anything that's like an obvious hint of like, oh, there's the scanning collectible. From what I've seen, honestly, just saying it now, I don't think there is one.
I don't think
But
there is.
I don't think there is one. But we can continue throughout throughout the scans, and maybe you find something that I didn't notice.
Yeah. Okay,
We'll
so
see.
let's take a look at the blue gun is the next one here.
Yes, the blue gun, and it's a disc launcher.
It's a disc launcher. What? It's a
Mm-hmm.
fucking Power Rangers Ninja Steel Nerf shooter.
Yep.
What the fuck? And the page, the scan, obviously the photograph that was taken, the page is curled, so there's a bit of distortion here.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Disc
What?
launcher.
What? They've got to be doing this because Hasbro wants to pimp Nerf. They've
Uh-huh.
got to be doing that.
Oh my God, Ava! I just noticed a thing. We'll talk
Mm-hmm.
about it later. Maybe you'll spot it. But was it maybe you'll spot it before I pointed it out? I didn't see this when I first looked at these scans. So I got confirmation about something. Very exciting. We'll get back to it later with
Oh
this disc launcher
shit!
picture.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Did you
This
see it?
blaster looks like one of the what were they called? D magnums from Deca Ranger.
A little
The
bit.
grip
A little bit
the
does.
grip
The
is
grip
the same.
does. The grip's very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then where the trigger's located, the circle, that's
Uh-huh.
reminiscent of one of the wheels.
That's true.
Dude, this is one of the Deca Ranger weapons, kind of.
Very
But
similar.
here's the other thing I just noticed. Underneath the barrel of the gun, I guess, it looks like something
Yes.
can attach. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Now
something
that's
slide
something
in
I
and
do
connect like a
know about.
bayonet. A what?
Wait. Now that is something I did know about, and something relating to that is the missing scan from Toku Nation, unfortunately.
Oh, which you have?
Yes, I do have it. It's on
Okay.
J Fusion. Yep.
Okay, we'll look at that later. Okay.
Yep.
I'm not quite certain what the handle is for. It looks like you're gonna pull back on it and then pull the trigger and then the thing will shoot off. So.
Yep. So we got a disc launcher, and it shoots a tire with runes on it.
Oh no. I have one thing to say to this, Max.
Yes.
It's Nerf or nothing.
Nerf for nothing. And this is the first time they've ever done a disc launcher in Sentai, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, I can believe that.
And also,
Which,
we get our... Oh, continue.
which is very safe for American children, and it like I don't feel good about that, but at the same time, it's ridiculous enough. I'm like, okay, whatever, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah,
Also, we get our first look at, like, the logo for the team.
yeah, yeah. It does look like a crown,
Yeah, like a crown of gems. Kind of cool.
which I can live with, you know.
Yep.
Probably giving the was it the Game of Thrones fans a boner or a bone after their last season. That's shit they had to go
I've
through.
I've never seen a show start so great and swan dive into such steaming hot garbage so
Lost,
fast. It's amazing.
lost,
Worse than
lost.
Lost.
Really?
Worse than Lost.
I haven't seen either one of those shows, by the way, so don't ask me.
I've heard people saying it's a lot worse than Lost. All right.
Okay, so I approve of the gun.
Yes.
I may not get one. It depends on how it interacts with other things, and it will be interacting with other things. But okay,
And
I'm
and
interested.
unless we pick it up later, I will guarantee we will return to this picture of the gun because I got something to point out.
Okay,
All
and
right.
is this the logo? So I'm skipping the fourth one just because it's one we've already seen.
Yep.
So I'm going. So second row, one on the left,
Yep. Yep.
and that's just the logo. The gems look nice. It's interesting the way they pinch the lettering,
Mm-hmm.
Legos symbols,
Yeah.
whatever it is. So it's interesting because ordinarily it starts real small here and then it gets larger. I'm
Yeah.
pointing at the camera right now, or it'll be large and it'll shrink down. But this is kind of the opposite. It starts big on either side and then it shrinks down. It kind of reminds me of a visor,
A
if
little
that's what they're
bit.
trying
Yeah.
to do. What's the name? What's the name of the secondary rider from last year's Kamen Rider? He had kind of a
Kamen
butterfly
Rider
axe.
Gates.
Is he the one that had the yellow visor with the letters on it?
Yes. Well, they all
Yeah,
had letters on their visors, but yeah, he was the one with the yellow visor.
yeah. Okay, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yep. It does look similar.
Mm-hmm. Okay, logo is logo.
Yep. Logo is logo. Good
Now
looking
let's
logo.
take a look at the Red Ranger.
There we
Red
go.
Ranger.
Full body look.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've already seen some of it, so.
Yep. And he could do a big old high kick.
What's he standing on when he's kicking? I don't recognize. Is he standing on glass? I don't know what that is.
It kind of looks like it almost looks like a swimming pool. Is he? Oh, he's standing on the diving board of a swimming pool. I think.
Really?
Maybe.
No, it's too
No.
small. I don't
Too
think that's a
small?
pool.
Maybe that's a pond. I don't know.
Mm.
It's weird.
Hmm.
But yeah. Oh, we can clearly see the more glittery looking section of the arms.
Oh
At the
yeah.
tank. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Something interesting. Something I just noticed. One of the problems I've got with Ranger suits over the years and across the decades is whatever details or designs they have on the front of the outfits, on the front of the costumes,
Hmm.
usually, and even the front and sides of the helmets, usually doesn't get carried to the back of the body or the back of the helmets. What's nice
Yeah.
is that strip that goes across the front of their chest is carried over to the back. If you look
Yes.
at Gingaman's suits, they've got the Charlie Brown across the front, but then it's not there on the back. It's just the Ranger color on the back.
Mhm.
So if you look at Goandra's, or no, I'm sorry, if you look at Gao Ranger's suits, they've got the and I don't remember which side it starts on, but they've got the gold brace or the baldric that goes from one side down, like there, goes from one shoulder to the opposing hip, but then that doesn't continue on the back, unless I'm unless I'm completely forgetting about it. I mean, it's only 11 p.m., so I may have forgotten it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see the pattern of the road go across his back. So
Yeah.
it's a small thing, but it's a good thing to have around. That a good thing to have that continuation.
Hmm.
I can't decide if I like the shoulder pads or not. I'm kind of, I don't know.
I think they're okay.
I think they're okay, but like if you're gonna do shoulder pads, you should have like elbow guards and knee guards and stuff like that, or hip pads or stuff.
Yeah.
Don't just do shoulders, but
I think I would have. What is it? Maybe it would have been nice if they had knee pads, but I think I would have been annoyed with the shoulder pads had they not had anything else for the arms. But they have the was it the armlet? I guess it is on
hmm
was it on their biceps? So
Oh
that's
yeah,
fine. It adds an extra little something there that it's not like totally barren spandex from wrist to shoulder. So
yeah, which they are known to do. So
yeah.
yeah, it breaks it up a little bit. So okay, and okay, now the actual device. So
Yes.
it's the Red Ranger's second. Yeah, they keep emphasizing these gems.
Yeah, they keep showing them.
I wonder if
Yeah.
is this seat belt on the belts. That's nice. So you've got the Ranger shape, which is the Ranger helmet, and then you've got the gems. Yeah, the gems have got to be the medium. They've got to be because
I
if
guess
it's
so.
on the hinging device, it's going to be the medium.
Yeah. So, but it's
So it's
just
like
strange that there's
so it's
no
like
clear storage area for the gems anywhere on their body.
I think it might be their belts
Maybe.
because you wouldn't have a feature like a seat belt, which is a nice thing. You wouldn't have that. I think it's just gonna you press on the seatbelt pops open. You press the seatbelt pops open, and there's a gem. You can just slip a single one in there or something like that. That'd be
Guess
my
so.
guess.
Makes sense. So we got Ranger helmet, gem.
Oh, hey, hey,
Uh,
hey, 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 hey! Wait a minute, wait a minute,
yep.
wait a minute. Um, the runes, the red colored
Ah,
runes.
ah.
Yeah, I saw that. So, I wonder if the outer disc can turn. No, no, that's just a decal. I don't think that's going to matter. But I think,
Mm-hmm.
like, if you press the button, it'll make that sound. You press this button, press this button, press this button, and then it'll make the
Yeah,
noises.
yeah,
It's definitely not a cube phone, I'll tell you that.
yeah. I think
Although
the
I was not,
outside
I
will
was not.
spin, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, I did like the cube phone was not bad. I just wasn't driven to get it. So I was like,
yeah,
I've got 8, well, actually 8 cubes plus some accessories. It's like, I don't need any more cubes.
yeah.
Freaking 40th anniversary bullshittery. Anyways, the red colored runes, I see what looks like a fire truck, a police
Yeah.
or race
All right.
car.
We'll talk about this now. So what we see and what we have confirmed for what people are talking about, we have a car,
Mm-hmm.
we have a crane truck,
Mm-hmm.
a jet, a
I see a helicopter.
helicopter,
Mm-hmm.
and a backhoe shovel construction vehicle.
Yeah.
So those are our 5 vehicles. My guess, or what I know, Red's car. Um,
No, 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 no. Red is fire truck. Blue would
Possibly.
be car. Well, no,
Blue,
because if blue is an
no,
homage to
blue's
Deca
jet.
Ranger,
Blue's
yeah,
jet.
blue is the car. No, blue is the car.
Blue's the car? Maybe.
Let me look at the stripes on them again.
Notice how the red has dotted stripes and blue has a single stripe.
Okay, okay. So blue is the jet. Okay, so blue is the jet.
Blue's jet. Pink is helicopter.
Right.
Green is crane. Yellow is construction vehicle. Red is car. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. No, green is one of the no. Yeah, pink and blue are the flyers. All the other three
Yes.
are yeah. So it's a fire truck and a police car and construction. A construction vehicle being anything other than yellow, I'd find that difficult to believe.
Yeah.
Bokenger would
That's what
totally
I'd
prove
say.
me wrong,
Yeah.
of course.
So that's why, but that's why I'm saying crane instead of fire truck, because like If it's red who has it, then yeah, then it'd be fire truck. But if it's green, then why would there be a green fire truck?
Mm, well, it's not a backhoe.
Definitely
Actually,
not
in
that.
kind of a weird, actually in kind of a weird way, this fire truck, I think it's a fire truck. I think this fire truck
Yeah.
reminds me of two things. One, oh, what was that competitor to Toei who did the
Hess.
Rescue Force? Who
Oh
did
no,
Rescue Force?
Tomica. Yep.
Tomica Hero Rescue Force. They had a
Yeah.
red fire truck that actually had motors on the inside that not only did it roll forward, but if you pressed a button or the topper, I don't remember how it works, there'd be a Tomica Hot Wheels sized diecast car on the inside that would spit it out
Yeah. Yeah.
with a little motor on the inside that spit it out. So that's the first thing it reminds me, and the other thing it reminds me of is actually not from any Japanese property, but rather from a Chinese property. Oh crap, what was it called? 2 or 3 years ago, China did a third Sentai equivalent series, and I'm totally forgetting what it was called.
Yeah.
It's
Giant Saver. Um,
there was
I forget the
there
name.
was Giant Braver, Giant Saber, or I'm sorry, there was Giant Braver, Space Deleter, and then what was the third one?
I don't remember the third one.
I've got it sitting right up there, but it's too heavy for me to bring it down. Anyways, I'll see if I can find a picture. If I can't, shame on me. Although it is from China. Okay. So anyways, they did have a fire truck with kind of a pointed nose on it, and those are the two fire trucks I was thinking of. Kind of a
Hmm.
large thing, um, and electronics and things like that. So
Yeah.
okay, speculation time here.
All right.
Um,
Speculation time.
which vehicles form which components of which vehicle or of the mecha?
Oh,
I'm thinking red.
I don't even know. I don't even begin to know.
That's why I'm saying speculation time.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing from this one picture. I'm guessing the fire truck's going to be torso and maybe legs,
Yeah.
and then maybe the jet and the helicopter are the arms, and then the car and the crane thingy, construction vehicle thingy, would be the legs. I'm guessing.
Maybe.
It depends how they transform.
Yeah. It depends on how they transform. The car might be like the cars from like Car Ranger or something, where
Wait a
it
minute.
forms the head and chest.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. A car. Why would rain? Why would the Red Ranger be? That doesn't make sense. Why would the Red Ranger be a fire truck? There's no fun being a fireman, but there's
No.
all the fun being a policeman. Maybe it's a race car. Maybe it's not a police car, but maybe it's a race car, sport
I'm
vehicle.
certain it's a race car, sports car.
So then, if it's a red sports car, what's that one? Hmm. Okay, maybe you were right about the crane. Is it possible that red does not forms only the head, but not the chest and not the torso and everything of the mecha for a change? That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Hmm. It's an interesting hashing device. And by the way, it's not a motherfucking cell phone. Again,
It's not a
thank you,
not a cell phone.
Aniplex.
It's a
It's not a cell
smartphone.
phone.
It's a phone.
It's
It's
a
a
wrist. It's
watch
a
with
wrist
apps.
phone. Is
Yeah.
it a wrist phone?
Yeah. Smartwatch.
My sister has one of those. So I
Yeah.
saw I saw it just yesterday. So.
Yep. My mom's got one of those too.
Okay, it's not a cell phone.
No, definitely not a cell phone, which is
Ironically,
good.
it's not a flip top cell phone either. That's
Yeah.
one thing Sentai hasn't been able to do yet is they haven't been able to do a touchscreen cell phone yet.
Yeah.
So I prefer
So
I prefer flip tops
yeah.
anyways.
And that's why I wanted to go back a little earlier about the disc launcher, because the disc launcher tire had those same runes on it, and I noticed the vehicles on the runes. So I was like, oh, and I wanted to point that out. But it also has it
Oh
on the henching
yeah, you're
device.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I wasn't even looking at the runes at that point. All I knew is they were there. It's like, yeah, okay, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Hey, I wonder if the runes are also on their costumes as well in that same pattern.
I think so.
Hmm.
It's kind of hard to tell, but I don't
It
know
is
why
hard.
they would do something different.
It is hard to tell. Maybe it's not. The runes might not be anything at all. Okay, let's take a look at the pink.
Yep.
And that exists. I don't care.
Yep. She's pink with Hurricane Blue's helmet
Mm-hmm.
with little cat ears.
Little cat ears. They always need to make pink look some sort of cute animal. I
Yes.
can't remember the last time that the Pink Ranger didn't have a cute animal. Maybe Ho-Ranger in Die Ranger, maybe? Because, like, what
Yeah.
was it? The Kirin. I can't remember what the Kirin was called, but that was just kind of that was more of an elegant critter rather than a cute character. Or it was an
Yeah.
elegant animal rather than a cute animal, so.
Well, I guess
Or
the
exists.
White Ranger from Gal Ranger had a tiger.
It exists. Yeah, but she was always cute with the little eyes on the helmet.
True.
And
Oh,
blue
Pink from the Ninja had a
exists.
train, or White had a dog.
Yeah, white-headed dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can pull that out right here. I don't know why I keep this so close to my monitor, but here's what's it? Wanmaru.
Yeah. Wanmaru.
One Wanmaru. So yeah, so just in case you're wondering, yeah, I actually do have Shurikenjin still.
Mm.
So
Mm.
yeah, it's like I don't mind. It's like it exists. I mean, I like Shurikenjin. Shurikenjin was not bad. It's
Yeah,
kind of
Shuriken's
everything
interesting.
after Shurikenjin where it all went horribly wrong. Apparently, the
I
rest of the fan agrees with me.
yeah. I almost agreed, or I almost got a was it a Ninja Steel Megazord, um,
Oh,
which was kind of fun to handle. It was second hand, like a guy had got it from Goodwill and he had got some parts from it. So it was still in
hmm
really good shape. Or actually, I don't know if it was from Goodwill. Some offer up probably website. He got it. Decent shape. But it was just too wobbly. Too wobbly condition, like really wobbly in the legs, didn't seem very stable. I was like, I don't want it.
it was Bandai America's last fart. I can't say
Yes.
hurrah because it wasn't even that.
Yeah.
Seriously, the Ninja Steel line was pathetic.
It was
So
really bad.
I don't remember what they were called, but there were two. It was one of the last things I saw in Toys R Us. Rest in peace. It was two weapons for the Ninja Steel line, and there was like a whole ton of them sitting on the shelf because nobody was buying them because they
Hmm.
suck. But like one was like a dagger, and then the other one was kind of like a crossbow that you have in a single hand. And so if let's see, how did it work? It's like you could have like the blades of the dagger would split in half. I can't think of what it was called. And this was toy exclusive. This was not in the show. And then like the crossbow could form a shield or something like that. And all like, and the first thing I thought to myself was, oh, it's you can take the dagger and you can take the crossbow and you can attach them to each other and make like a kind of an arm-mounted sword or something like that. But no, just they open up and they shoot a little dart foam disc thingy, and it's just Christ, what a missed opportunity. So
It's bad.
that would have been neat if they'd actually carried through with it, but
No.
so I just skipped ahead because the other suits are just kind of all the same at this point,
Yeah.
which is fine. There's nothing.
The other suits
But
are
I skipped.
similar, but I appreciate how all the helmets differ greatly in just like details like the ears and the shape of them, but they all still they're all still references to some other past Sentai, and they all
hmm
still fit well with each other, even though they're all very distinct.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. That's just straight up Deca Blue's helmet. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Huh, okay. But yeah, anyways, I'm looking at the very last picture in the bottom right corner. Um, and nothing particularly new here, but it looks like those discs are a lot smaller than I thought they were.
The discs are
So,
smaller, and from what we gather, yellow and pink use the gun exclusively, and green and
oh,
blue
use the
use the
swords,
sword. Yep,
right?
yep.
Which they did in Ninja with the Kakure Hengen. No, not Kakure. Kakuri. No, is it Kakuri? Kakuri Henge or Kakuri
Hmm.
Hengen, which is the I'm reaching for it here. Again, another toy that is way closer to me than it should be because it wasn't that good.
Mhm.
It's this thing. I can't think of what this thing's called. But anyways, it was like oh gosh, there's a lot of dust on this. How do I change this? There we go. So it's like yellow and I don't know who the other ones were. They would use the claw exclusively, and then blue and the other one would use the longbow exclusively. That's a lot of dust. And then
Mhm.
red would use this really pathetic sword thingy exclusively, which I think is turned like that. Is it right-handed? No, it's left-handed. It's always left-handed. I don't know why they made it left-handed. So they're kind of doing the same thing here. The other similarity would be with Gokaiger, where Gokai Blue and Gokai Yellow used the swords. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was Gokai Blue and Gokai Yellow used swords, and then Gokai Green and Pink used the guns. So it's kind of the same thing here, except they don't do that really awesome. Let's just toss them to each other mid combat thing. That was really awesome, by the way.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, sure. I can understand them. You know, if the guns have these little darts in them, then I wonder if the sword. I'm gonna have to go back and take another look. I wonder if the sword is going to be, um, if there's going to be something that can plug into those. I'm not sure.
Not
It's
sure.
dusty.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what? Looking at it and looking some stuff up and thinking about it, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think blue is exclusively just Deca Blue. I think it's a mix between Deca Blue and Deca Red.
Yeah, their helmets enough, or their helmets were similar enough. I could believe that
Yeah,
easily enough.
cause
Yeah,
like
you're not wrong about that.
it's like the top part of like Deca Red's helmet is the same as Deca Blue's, but then like the way that like the
Well, the
bottom part of the visor like sweeps down instead of just forming like a smile, is
yeah,
like
yeah.
Deca Red.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's mostly Deca Red, but it's the fact that it's blue that
Yeah,
Kiramager Blue is blue. That's why I'm saying Deca Blue. It's
yeah,
not necessarily Deca Blue, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. They're very
Oh,
similar.
hello. Hang on, hang on. Why is that picture still loading?
Why is that picture still loading?
Because my internet's been really shitty for the last month. I don't know what it is, but just I want to take a look at their helmets again. Where's that picture with the helmets? There it is. And Super Sentai is known for doing this, but sometimes there will be a divide, and you can't see this, Max, but
Mm,
there's a divide, like how many lines there are in their visor, or how many, like on Gal Ranger, how many stripes there were, how many black stripes there were across the bald, or the across their chest,
mm.
determined like their rank, their status. Like this is the number one ranger, the number two ranger, the number three ranger, and so on.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep an eye out for something like that on this series, and I haven't been seeing it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. But on the other hand, that's not to say that every single series does this. It's just they
Yeah,
have a tradition of kind of sneaking that number somewhere in there.
yeah,
It's not always there, but they have a tendency to do that.
yep,
But no, oh great, here comes the dust allergy. Ugh.
fun.
Not it depends on your definition of fun.
Oh yeah, and I know, and I have it too.
Huh?
All right, so
Not
that's the
bad
second
so
batch
far.
of scans, and finally we have the last one, or one of the last two,
Yeah, the
which
JE
is
fusion. The JE fusion is what I'm going
yeah,
to
J
now.
Fusion 1. Oh, okay.
Let's see. I'm scanning through real quick. Nothing. Whoa! They combine. I didn't know that.
There it is. There's the one they're missing. So Deca Red, so the red Kiramager will have both the sword and the gun because he's the big special, and he'll combine the two of them together.
He's Gokai Red. He can
Yes.
use both a sword and a gun at the same time. That's
Yep.
so. I wonder if these are going to be sold separately or to what the hell? Oh, what? Wait! What? The gun is shaped like a car with a fender. or with an air spoiler on the back. I wouldn't be surprised if it
Yeah,
has headlights on
yeah,
the front.
yeah. I can see it.
What?
So now that explains the chevrons on the sword because that's like arrows pointing forward with like the
Oh, you're
disc that's
right.
going to launch
Yeah.
forward. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And so I wasn't far off when I said there was going to be a oh, what is that dagger they attached to bayonet?
Yeah.
So there was a bayonet thing involved. Huh. And apparently you can use it as a flamethrower, I guess. I don't know.
I guess.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the
I'm
one.
not horribly offended by this, but it is kind of the magic beam coming out of a sword blade rather than like the sword opens up or there's like a little
Yeah.
um there's like a little fork at the very end of the
Well,
very tip
I
of the blade. There's a
imagine like
barrel at the front.
that's I imagine that's just like the way the magazine's showing it off. Like I bet for the actual show it's going to be something along the lines of like Tokuger where it's like a thing travels down the ramp, aka the sword blade to get launched off.
No, no. There's enough clearance for the disc to slide along the top of the blade. There's enough room
Exactly.
there. Mm.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That
It's like a
yeah, but
ramp.
that's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is um what's it, here? I'll just use what do you call Shine Raptor? You called Shine Raptor rather than having a gun barrel at the very tip. Instead, it just kind of magic flows off of the blade, and that's kind of what I'm
Yeah,
saying here.
yeah,
That's
I get what you're
kind
saying.
of a cop out when they do that.
A little bit.
I mean, to be fair, Mesmers do that all the time with their great swords in Guild Wars 2. I know you
Yep.
don't want to hear about it, Max, but they do. So
Yeah, okay.
okay, so they combine with each other.
Yep. And also,
Okay,
based off of the way the combined form looks, that's probably more along the lines of what the size of the sword for the toy is going to be.
yeah, that's not a bad. Um, hmm. Yeah, that so this actually might be close to in scale. I think the blades can be real short though, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, you can see like what the blade like for the suit looks down there, and then the blade compared to like the combined weapon looks right above it.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah. Oh, okay. So when but here's the interesting thing. He's not always using it combined
No.
because you can see in that little insert there, he's holding the gun up with his right hand. No,
Yeah.
he's holding
Or
the
left
sword
hand.
with his right hand, and then his gun is up like this. So he
Yeah.
actually can hold both at the same time. So yeah, he is doing a Gokai Red. He does do
Yeah.
Gokai Red. He can do both.
Yep.
Hmm. Interesting. The sword, I mean, if that really is the D Magnums from if that really is Deca Red's D Magnums, then not quite certain where the sword come from. Maybe the what were they called? Rocket
Thinking of the Go
boosters.
Onger ones.
Yeah, well, no, they're not called rocket daggers because they renamed them because there was that one stabbing whatever happened in 2008. And just before the show came out, they changed the name of the weapons. It used to be Rocket Dagger, but they changed it to Rocket Booster. So I'm kind of in that mode of thinking right now. I don't think it's an homage to the Go on Wings, but I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe if the Deca Ranger is in the if the D Magnum is in the gun here, then what is the representation for the sword? I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Hmm. Now I am aware. That's interesting. So they can combine. So they can combine with each other. I actually do like it
Yep.
when the weapons combine with each other. That's one of the things of Kyoryuger. I never did get the Gabu revolver and the Gabu what was the sword. I never did get one of those things. And even the Power Rangers Dino Charge. I missed my chance to get one of those as well. So
Yeah.
I regret not getting that weapon.
The Dino Charge one is okay. Not the greatest. The Gabu revolver is awesome though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Let's see. Is that no?
So finally we got the
Okay.
last one.
Yeah, Toku Nation has something that JE Fusion does not have,
Yeah, not
and
right now.
that is, yeah, at least not right now. Let's see, I'm going to double check just to make certain that I'm not eating my words here. No, yeah, so JE Fusion does not have this picture at this point, but there is a picture of the vehicle. Oops, I did that wrong. Shiny!
Shiny.
Shiny, right? What is this?
A big,
Whoa!
shiny gem or red sports car made out of gems.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, somebody put their signature, somebody put their watermark across the thing, and if you
Yeah.
look at the left headlight, it looks like an eyeball, and I'm like,
It
oh,
does,
Christ.
but that's an O. Yeah.
It's not, but it, like, I
But
went into panic.
the weird bit about it, though, is that there's these weird sort of eyelash thing, almost looking things coming off the taillights, and clearly what kind of looks like teeth coming
Teeth.
off
Yep.
the bumper.
Yep. I was wondering about that. So maybe it's more animal-ish along the lines of,
Or
say,
demon.
I
It's a
remember that
scary
being
monster
a
car.
rumor. I remember that being a rumor about 6 months ago when the first trademarks were released. You know, it kind of feels like what did Go Busters do? Where they had the vehicles that, I mean, it was just a vehicle, but then you could kind of half transform it, and it was kind of like a vehicle with animal aesthetics. Is
Yeah,
what Go Busters did. I'm kind of wondering if they're doing the same thing here.
maybe. All I know is that it's so shiny and there's so much stuff going on that I honestly can't quite make heads or tails about what this individual vehicle does to make the robot.
Well, let's see.
Because I see there's a hinge in the
There's
middle of
one
it.
hinge. Yeah, there's one hinge where the side view mirrors would be, so it's just gonna
Yes.
flip over. There might be another hinge just behind the back windows, or I'm sorry, just
Yes.
above the wheels. So we're probably looking at kind of an accordion, not something that folds all the way over like this, but rather something that folds like this and like this. That's
Mhm.
probably what we're looking at. So,
Mhm.
um, uh, which is actual transformation. I mean, goddamn, finally.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I'm almost getting like Pato Ranger vibes from this, but
who is are you sure that Kiramager Red, whatever he's called,
yeah.
is he is confirmed to be Abadanger homage, right?
No, I don't know. None of this is just confirmed. This is just what
Because the
people have
mouth
been
plate definitely,
speculating.
yeah, the mouth plate definitely says it says no, actually, yeah, it's kind of an Abadanger mouth plate,
Yeah,
but on the other hand, that's not exclusive to them, so.
yeah. So I don't know. Just based off like the shape of the visor is like it kind of looks like a jaw wrapped around was it wrapped around the visor that they're going with the Ranger get go for? I guess like that and the shape of
Yeah,
the mouth plate. So they're is what making them is what
I'm not
is
certain.
making them think
Yeah,
it. But I don't know. I'm not certain. I don't think
yeah,
any of us are certain yet.
I'm not entirely certain of that either, just because, yeah, because most of the other helmets, I was able to pick off fairly quickly where they came from, but red and green, if green is supposed to be a cocker ranger, I still
I don't know.
don't think so.
I could be mistaken on that one. There may be another more obvious answer out there that I'm just overlooking.
I'd have to pull up the wiki in front of me.
Yeah.
I can definitely see Hurricane Blue, or rather Hurricane Red in pink.
Yes.
Decker Ranger is just, that was the first thing I said
Immediately. Yes. That was
immediately,
super
and then,
obvious.
yeah, and then yellow is close enough to Hurricane Drew. I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I
Um,
was also thinking Kieran Ranger from Die Ranger.
um, I don't think there's enough animal in it. I'm leaning more towards Hurricane Drew with that helmet. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You know, I'm curious enough. I'm gonna pull up the wiki, which PowerRangers.wikia.com, which is very reliable, which I have bookmarked. It's a wonderful thing. What did you say it was? You said it was Die Rangers helmets. Alert! Warning, this series contains scenes of blood, graphic violence, and alcohol drinking. Viewer discretion is
Oh
advised.
no!
Clearly, whoever wrote that had never seen the end of Die Ranger. That was a
Yeah,
fucked up series finale. I'm just saying.
I don't even know the end of it.
Oh, it was so weird. It was so weird.
Yeah, I think it's a little closer to Die Ranger than Hurricaneger, but still not exact.
No, no, I don't think it's Die Rangers. I don't think no. No. Let's see which one we were talking about.
Then the other one we were thinking is Hurricaneger.
Yeah, the other one was Hurricane. I mean that is Hurricane. I'm confident that's Hurricane. But the yellow one,
Yeah, for
I'm.
pink, obviously, yeah.
Hang on a moment. Hang on. Decker Ranger, Hurricaneger, Abadanger. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Starting to notice a pattern.
Yeah, kind of, because Hurricaneger was 2002, Abadanger was 2003, Decker
Yeah.
Ranger was 2004.
Yes.
So who would you be?
Maybe let's see. Let's check Guy Ranger.
Because the next one was Magi Ranger, but I don't see Magi Ranger here.
No, definitely not Magi Ranger.
And green might be Bokinger, but that's a stretch, kind of a stretch. There's not enough detail in the helmet to be able to say that green is Bokinger, but
No Guy Ranger.
it's not Cow Ranger. You know, I wonder if this is like, because regardless of what red and green are, the other three are within 3 years of each other.
Yeah.
It's Hurricaneger. Wait, no, that's Hurricaneger. That's two Hurricaneger.
No, we got Hurricaneger for pink, Deca Ranger for blue,
Mm-hmm.
and Abba Ranger for red. Is what we were initially thinking. And then I was saying Die Ranger for yellow. And the jury's still out in green.
Jury's still out on green. I'm still not certain about yellow being a Die Ranger. Even if it's not Kirin Ranger, which I doubt. No, there's not enough animal in yellow to. Oh shit! Did I? Oh no, I closed the wiki. Okay.
I'm not pointing out like the animal in it so much as like just the shape of the visor. Because I can't really think of a lot of
Right.
others that are like that.
So that's Deca Ranger. That's Hurricaneger. Are we sure that's Hurricaneger? Because pink is.
I pulled up Hurricaneger pink and red, and that's pretty exact.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe that too. Gosh, it's been a while since I looked at the helmets. And I've said this before. I don't pay a huge amount of attention to the suits, but it's just when Deca Blue is just staring me in the face here in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to avoid not looking for it in the others. So.
Exactly.
Oh no, okay, it's not that. I was like, well, maybe it's the Ninja. Nope, it's nowhere near.
And that maybe Juoger? No, not quite Juoger.
Spell the Z in case you're wondering. Wait a minute. Juoger.
I don't know. I'm not seeing it.
Juo Red, or yeah, what was he called? Juo Eagle, I think.
Yeah.
The Red Ranger, his helmet, he's got. I could send you a picture, but you could probably pull it up.
No, I'm already looking at it. Yep.
Yeah, look at Red's helmet.
Similar.
I'd almost want to say that's for pink. Red for pink.
No, it's Hurricaneger for pink. With just the way it's
Okay.
like how rounded it is, and like if you look at some of the more clear images, like you can see there's almost like little guards around the cheeks as well, just like how Hurricaneger had it. I don't think that's up for
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
But Eagle for red, now that's a little more something.
Mm, let me pull up Abba Ranger's helmet. By the way, I never saw Abba Ranger, but I did watch Dino Thunder back in the day, so I still have VHS tapes. That was good times right there. All right, we're still going through the wiki right now, the different helmets. I'm kind of thinking at this point that maybe Abba Ranger is not for red.
Maybe not.
I don't think red is Abba Ranger. So like it's definitely Deca Ranger and Hurricaneger for blue and pink, but suddenly red is not so certain. Where have I seen that yellow helmet before? Because we're talking about a big old crest right in the middle of the head, and to me that says Hurricane Yellow.
Yeah, but when I looked at Hurricane Yellow, it's more like sharp shaped instead of flat, like Kiramager's here. Kiramei
Yeah,
Yellow. Kiramei
yeah,
Red.
that's why I'm not certain if like it's. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be Hurricane Yellow specifically, but that badge in the middle of their forehead of the helmet, that's what I'm paying attention to.
Mm. Yeah, I'm focusing more on the overall like shape of the visor.
Yeah, the wiki doesn't have anything right now. They usually won't this early on anyways.
Yeah. Also, I was just while doing the research and looking at stuff. The J Fusion article has details about the story, so you should go take a look at that.
Oh, it does. Wait, are these new pictures? No, they're not. Okay.
They're the same pictures. We just got some information.
Yeah. I should. Okay. It's time to start your engines once again as the newest team is fully revealed. I'm sorry, this is JE Fusion. Check out this first batch of Mashin Sentai Kirameiger magazine scans and get to know about the 2020 Super Sentai Series team with translations from Philippe. Yeah. The team will transform into the Kiramager Ranger suits using the transformation brace called the Kiramager. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Powered by the Kirame stones, hashtag in before, and the Kiramental of the 5 individuals chosen to be heroes to fight the Yodan army. That's not Yoda and that's not Kyodan army. It's the Yodan army. The brace has 4 modes: Changer, Mecha Summoner, Communicator, and Searcher.
So search out the gems.
Searcher!
Locate the
Oh, I'm
gems.
immediately thinking Bokinger.
Yeah.
The Creative Warriors, Shining Sparkling Kirame Red. The
Oh,
relaxed...
and you want to know why he's the creative warrior? Because he comes up with the bright idea of combining the sword and the gun. That's why he's the creative one.
That's great.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
And then there's the exact opposite, the Relaxed Warrior. Oriented Shooting, Kirame Yellow. The Transmission Warrior? Charging Lightning, Kirame Green. Transmission... Wait, the Transmission Warrior?
The transmission warrior.
Huh?
Is it like vehicle transmission? Is it like thought transmission? Communicator?
Maybe transmission as in like radio transmission?
Yeah.
Because then it says charging lightning. Which, like radio waves or masers or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Blue is the Piercing Warrior, the Unstoppable Blade, Kirame Blue, and the Healing Warrior, Incredible Manipulation, Kirame Pink. The Healing Warrior. Okay.
She's the healer of the group. She's the support
Incredible
character.
Manipulation. Incredible Manipulation. There's some English at work there.
A little bit.
The Kiramagers are with their sidearms called the Kirame Shot that fires Kirame Bullet. Looks like a handgun version of the Birth Buster. Okay, that's a Kamen Rider, not
Yeah,
drive.
yeah, yeah. The O's weapon.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm thinking of the oh, what were they called? The one that had Gashapon. Kamen
No,
Rider
that's
Birth.
that's that's well, that's from the series O's, and his name is Kamen Rider Birth. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And their close quarters combat weapon, the Kirame sword, with the two combining to form the Kirame Buster. Always with Buster. What's Japan's obsession with the word Buster?
It's a badass
And if
name.
you notice, their helmets resemble past Sentai hero helmets. Red, Abare, yellow, Key Ninja, green, Ninja Black. Oh, this is where you were reading it from.
Well, no, I wasn't reading this from them. I was reading this mostly on 4chan. People were speculating, so maybe they got this from 4chan, like I did. Not sure.
Yeah, so red is Abare red. Yellow is Cutie Ninja. You called it.
Yep.
Darn it, I was wrong. Green is Ninja Black. What?
From Kaku Ranger.
Kaku Ninja,
Ninja,
Ninja.
ninja, ring. Dun, 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 dun.
God, that theme is still awesome. That was such a weird show, but the theme is awesome. Blue is Deca Red, and pink is Hurricane Blue and Gao Yellow. Gao Yellow?
Gao Yellow.
Yow!
Yow! Oh, okay. Let's see. Gao Yellow. Ja, maybe? Maybe? Little bit of maybe.
A little bit of maybe, yeah. Yow.
Gao Tobiku Kaze.
It could be Gao Yellow.
Yeah. But again,
Could.
these are just rumors and speculation. We won't know
Yeah.
what exact references these helmets are trying to be until we get official word from Toei.
Yeah. And this is a behind the scenes thing. I mean, obviously they're homages to previous Sentai. We just haven't nailed them down. But I'm still wondering if there's, and the reason I say that, well, no, I guess Ninja Black kind of ruins it, because
Ninja Black and
here's what I'm.
Ranger ruin it.
So here's what I'm thinking. It doesn't matter which color they are, but think about this: Gal Ranger 2001 and Hurricane Ranger. Okay.
Yeah.
Is the following year. Then there's Abba Ranger and Deca Ranger. That's four series in a row. But then you've got Kaku Ranger and was it? Wait, Wait, that's not Kiringer. That's Key
It's
Ninja.
Key Ninja.
Key Ninja is from the Ninja.
Let's see.
Because Key is yellow.
Ninja.
Ki.
It is. It is. It is. That definitely matches pretty well, except for the mouth part of the visor. But the rest of the shape fits pretty well.
Because if it was Kirin Ninja,
Yeah.
that's Die Ranger.
Yeah. That's what I was
But
thinking.
Yeah, but I was thinking that was, wait, so who do they have for yellow? Yeah, yellow is Key Ninja. Well, yeah, that does make a little more sense. I suppose, yeah, that does. Oh, it does make more sense.
Yeah, it matches pretty well, except for just how the visor extends down the mouth.
Yeah, how it stretches down.
Everything else matches pretty well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah, but then they said Ninja Black, which
I was looking at it. It's not too far off.
Well,
Like,
the problem is, yeah, but you can't really say that of any of them, because I'm looking at because all their helmets are the same. Or the Kamen Ranger helmets, they're all the same. Or the visors, they're all the same. This is taking forever to load, so I'm going to be behind. May not necessarily be my internet. Why?
Here we go. Here's a good example comparing all of them. Boop.
Well, I'm not going to be able to see it if it's a link. Oh, there we go. Thank you. No, if it's anyone, I would say it's Ninja Red.
Yeah,
I'm more inclined to think it's Ninja Red, not Black. I don't know where they're getting Black from.
probably just the more sloped down look of it. And also, what was Ninja Black female? No,
No,
Ninja Black was male.
no,
Only
White
White was
was the only
female.
female. No, White was the
Yeah,
only female. Yeah, because
yeah, I'm
it
not
kind of
sure.
curves. Oh, maybe. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Maybe it is. Oh, that's right. Because the Kaku Rangers visors are tied into their mecha. So I need to, or it's tied into the shape on their mecha. That's how their visors work. I guess that doesn't make a lot of sense because the shape is weird. God, they've got the cat bus on that scroll. Why? Why?
They were fans of My Neighbor
We are
Totoro
Super
before it came out.
Ninja and we hang around in cat bus. It's and this cat bus is so legendary and so helpful that it's on these ancient 10,000 year scrolls. Like, why? That makes no sense.
The cat bus was the progenitor of all buses that came before, or that come after in
That
modern
came
day.
after, yeah.
Yep,
That's what a progenitor is before.
yep. It came before all other buses. It's the origin point of bus technology as we know it. Is the cat bus from Kaku Ranger because it was around during Edo times.
What was it? Oh, it's called the Nekomaru.
Nekomaru.
I forgot. Oh, this is so stupid. And the damn thing is sentient. That's what kills me most. It was sentient. Why? It's not crepes that they make. It's something else. It's some sort of tacos. They're not tacos. I can't think of what they're called. Uh, a cat spirit given to the Kaku Rangers by has the ability to both fly and teleport when the Kaku Rangers are not on a mission to serve. It serves as a mobile crepe shop. Okay, so they are crepes.
Yes.
Oh, this is why I deliberately forgot about Kaku Ranger because it just wasn't as good as as everybody said it was. That was a weird show. Hmm.
Mm,
I am
it's fun.
completely distracted at this point, but on the other hand, this is what I do with Max. I kind of
Yes.
forgot the recording. um. Okay. Okay. So green is very possibly Kaku Ranger. I can believe that. And then yeah, yellow probably is close
Teen
enough
Ninja.
to Ninja that I'm willing to accept that. But
Yeah.
yellow is Abba Ranger. I don't. Well, yeah, I guess it would be because of the extra.
Just the
Hmm.
extra little
I
jaggedness to it.
Yeah
Not 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 as extremely jagged as regular Abaranger, but just enough.
right. That's what threw me off. Yeah.
Hmm.
I want to take a look at those symbols again on their whatever those things are called.
Cockroach Ranger. Are you talking about the Cockroach Ranger symbols?
No, I'm talking about the Kiramager symbols on their disk drive thingy, whatever it's called. Is it Kirame changer?
Yeah, Kirame Changer.
Kirame changer.
Kirame Changer and the Kirame Shot.
So the car is red.
Yeah. Car's red. Jet's probably blue. Mike,
No, no,
no?
no. No. Because you have to think of them in Oh, hang on a moment. Max, when's the last time we had a helicopter? Like an actual rotors on a helicopter, main mecha in Super Sentai.
Go Buster.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah.
Yep.
Because like it's been a long time since we had a helicopter in the main lineup, as opposed to an accessory vehicle. In which case, it would have been Lupin versus Pat. Yeah, Lupin v Pat, where they had the Cyclone Dial Fighter, which was a dud. That was a real dud.
Yeah, not very good. But yeah, Go Busters is the last main one that I could think of. And then prior to Go Busters, a long ass time.
Long ass time. I don't think it would be Green Hover from Go Ondra, because that was not, or from Go 5. I'm sorry, because it didn't have rotors. That was not a helicopter. That was a VTOL turbine jet.
Yeah,
that was not a helicopter.
The last one before that was Very Balloon.
No. It would have been Mask Man, because Mask.
Oh yeah, Mask Man.
One of the was it yellow or pink had an actual helicopter. But not in the Power Rangers era. I don't think they've had a helicopter.
No?
Mask Man? Yeah. So like a helicopter, like, whoa. Like even Bokinger didn't do that.
No.
Let's see, Arsenal Mecha. Masky Gyro, that's what it was.
Ah, okay.
Which ironically had more red than pink, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, helicopters are very few and far between. They're more inclined to go with jets and VTOL versus a helicopter. Deca Ranger had another VTOL vehicle because Deca Blue had Pato Gyro, or Pat Gyro.
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna look that up. Bokinger had Go Gyro. I remember that. Oh,
well,
Go
yeah,
Ondra.
actually, yeah, Go Ondra. Yeah.
Go Ondra had a helicopter. It was Toripter. Toripta. Yeah,
yep.
she. Well, technically it was a he, but I'm inclined to believe it was a she. Yeah, Toripter was a helicopter. I totally forgot about that. And it's not an accessory, and it's not. Well, it's treated as an accessory on the toy line, but yeah, it was. Yeah, I could call that a main line.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Go Sager, go Kaiger, go Buster. Okay, yeah. So the last time there was a helicopter would have been, wait, right?
Go
yeah,
Buster.
mainline heli. Oh yeah, Ghostbuster. Go Buster. You're right. God, if only it had been Ghostbuster. Just saying.
Ghostbuster.
They missed such an opportunity. That was frustrating when that rumor didn't become true.
I mean, Ecto Ichi has a hover mode.
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, so what I'm guessing with the machines is that we know Red's the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing by, I'm locking in my submission. Blue's jet, pink is helicopter, yellow is backhoe, shovel, bulldozer thing, and green is crane, or some sort of big truck vehicle with an arm extension on it.
I was just wondering about that, and I noticed that both the helicopter and the car have some sort of random, I'll say, gribblies, or they have a line going over the vehicle. So I wonder if the line going over the fire truck, which is what we've been saying this whole time, I wonder if that line is not part of the vehicle.
It's
in which
possible.
case it's not a fire truck.
It's possible, but the bulldozer and the jet don't really have the gribblies over them.
Well, the helicopter does.
The helicopter does, and the car does.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not necessarily.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bus. Maybe.
Ugh. And articulating, but I don't think so. No, that's
I mean, it
well,
would be a good job of being the
would
torso and the legs.
it could be a bus at a stretch.
Maybe. I'm just
Maybe.
trying to think of what other big vehicles would be shaped like that if they didn't have the arm on it.
Well, the arm actually makes it more convincing as a bus. Now that you mention it, like, oh yeah, that could be a bus, but if it wasn't, what would that be?
I mean, the other obvious answer is a truck, but I don't
Mm,
know.
I don't.
I mean, maybe like an armored vehicle of some sort, like an armored military vehicle.
Well, that would belong to green then.
Yeah. Well, whatever this is, I'm pretty sure this vehicle we're questioning belongs to green. I'm fairly convinced of that.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Interesting, interesting.
This almost feels like a second go at what Bokinger was trying to do
Yeah.
because Bokinger was about picking up what were called precious. They were human artifacts of significant value, and each one of them had a power rating or a level to it that you could
Hmm.
scan, which was the whole point of the Blacklight function on the Excellular, which is badass, by the way. That's still a neat thing. They need to do more
Yeah,
Blacklight stuff. Um,
that'd be cool.
but the whole Kiramager feels like a second go at Bokinger, except in name, because gems are something you hunt for, but then you've got a sports car, a bulldozer or a backhoe of some kind, you've got a helicopter, you've got a jet.
And the morphers have an explicit search function
Yeah,
for the gems.
yeah, they do. Yeah. I wonder if they're like I don't think it's like a reboot. It's not a reboot or a remake, but I think they're trying to do a second go at Bokinger.
Could be
Because
Bokinger, but except with more of like a magical twist on it
maybe.
because of the gem theme and the Kiramental that they're talking about and the
Hmm.
runes on their was on their outfits.
Yeah. I don't think these runes are an actual language. I very much doubt it's an actual language. I think it's just something that looks pretty.
Well, I've been questioning it. I think you're probably right that it is something that just looks pretty, but a couple of symbols vaguely look like Japanese katakana or
Yeah. Hmm.
well or something like that. So
Well,
maybe I don't know.
maybe it's
I
a
don't know
fake
how to spell it out.
language.
Maybe it's a
Maybe
fake
it's a fake
language.
language.
Maybe they're very sneakily spelling out Kiramager in between like the pictures of the vehicles. I don't
If
know.
they're doing it in English or in Japanese, they're being very subtle about it because those don't look like. Well,
They are.
the most obvious one is probably between the jet and the green vehicle. That's the most
Yeah,
obvious
yeah,
one.
that's the most obvious one. Yeah, I guess the rest of it just does just look like nonsense, cool looking lines. So yeah, it's most more than likely just nonsense or made up language. But
And then there's between the helicopter and the jet.
yeah,
If you could like get rid of that line that's above,
yeah,
get rid of the line that's
helicopter.
above, yeah, above the helicopter, or maybe shrink down that line, then you might have something because these characters, these symbols are highly distorted from the way you would ordinarily see it. So maybe they actually are a very stylized form of Japanese characters.
Maybe. Hmm.
I see the green vehicle on Red's boots. The symbols on his boots, they are what we're looking at right now. It's just wrapped around one
Okay,
time rather than twice.
that makes
Because I can
sense.
see the green vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what those runes are.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I was
see it now.
figuring.
Hmm. That red vehicle's really throwing me for a loop. I'm gonna look at that again. Where is it?
Yeah, it's like it's a bad enough scan, and that it's so garish and shiny looking that it's hard to
Shiny.
make heads of tails of like what this thing will do.
Let's see, was it on Tokenation? Yeah, it was. And I've still got the Juoger theme stuck in my head.
I got the Bokenger theme stuck in my head.
Oh, Bokenger theme. Oh, that's one of the great ones. Bokenger and Magi Ranger themes are awesome. Wait a minute.
Ready, go, ready, go.
Susumi
Bokenger.
Bokenger. Da, da, da. Jukyu Hatimade. Meza se Bokenger. Go, go, ready,
Ready,
go.
go.
Oh. Here's something interesting. It may be nothing, I'm not certain, but if you look at the machine changer that we were just looking at,
Yeah.
then take a look at the picture that has the red vehicle on it and look at the changer. There's two
Yeah.
possibilities. Either A, that blue circle is just the shiny reflecting the sky at just such an angle that the camera's picking up on it, or that blue
That's a
ring
LED. That's a light.
is actually lit up. Now, I'm inclined to believe that the symbols on the machine changer do light up. I'm inclined to believe that, like, depending on which one you select, that I do believe. But the ring along the outside, it's silvery enough that I'm not.
Well, if we look
Mm,
at the trying to
I may be
see,
making
is
a
there
mountain out of a
more?
molehill here.
You might no, but it's like it's blue in that shot.
But then
It's
it's silvery in that
I'm
one.
looking at everything. Yeah, it's silvery in that one.
I think
The
maybe it's just that
outside.
I think the camera's just picking up the reflection of the blue sky. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably it.
I could I could be out of my mind. So
Probably it. Hmm. Now I'm curious. Uh,
here's a question for you. I'm looking at the wiki, and I actually posted this question a number of years ago. When was the last time that transparent plastic was used on a regular basis, other than, or I should say, after Deca Ranger? Because Deca Ranger, you had the strobe lights, the red strobe lights,
yeah.
and the question was, when did they use it again on a regular basis on almost every single vehicle? Because every single Deca Ranger vehicle, including the blast buggy, had strobe lights on it. So that kind of does count. Bokinger did not have a lot of strobe lights. In fact, the strobe lights that they had were on, what was it called, Siren Builder? Which, by the way,
Hmm.
Siren Builder didn't age well. I should point out, it
Hmm.
didn't. Because Siren Builder had three sets of transparent red beacons, lights that I was just talking about. But then after that,
Yeah.
Go Anger did not. But on the other hand, we haven't had a lot of super vehicles in the last 12 years. I'm just saying. Why am I doing that? Go Kydra did not. Go Busters didn't have any strobe lights. It's been. Tokuger had strobe lights, but they were like few and far between.
Tokyuger had train tracks with LEDs in them,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
but that was like a premium shop thing. That wasn't a regular
That was
DX
very expensive.
release.
That was very expensive, is what that was.
Yes. I've gotten a sudden urge to watch Tokyuger. I don't know why.
I did the other day too. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You know, I think it's because I keep hearing that the show's really good, despite how it looks,
Uh-huh.
and and its theme is just jamming. I love the theme for Tokyuger. No, it's not. It's I mean that's good, but it's the build up to the theme with like the with like a it's
Yeah,
that beat that sounds like a train that's rolling along. It's like
sure.
ooh, that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Q Ranger. Oh, that's right. Q Ranger had a pretty. Actually, every single
yeah.
mecha
Q
did
Ranger
have
had a lot of clear plastic.
tons of transparent. So yeah, okay. But anyways, my reason for bringing that up is that this vehicle, which I don't know if the vehicle's been named yet.
No, I don't think it has. Yeah, no word of a name.
Dan, huh? Even taking there's a quote here. Even taking into account Lupin Ranger and Zyuohger, these are some of my favorite helmet designs in a long, long while. Just extremely strong, well and defined, and probably the best at being distinct from each other, while clearly sharing a theme and being part of the same team. Car lights are a bit weird, though. Frankly, I'm always for a bit of nonsense from my Super Sentai. Yeah. I'll wait and see how it turns out. But then, so that was a quote, and then the right under that, it's like they took Denji Man, Flash Man, Deca Ranger, Bokager, Gekka Ranger, Goanger, Gokaiger, and Zyuohger suits in a blender and made some awesome sauce. I agree, and I really love what they did with the
Hmm.
suits. Denji Man, really? I didn't even think of the pre-Sentais. That would have been an interesting choice.
That's another one. That's another theme that gets stuck in my head.
Denji Man, yeah, that's a weird theme. I still love Jakku's, not that one, theme. Uh, Jakku's theme. Jakka, Jakka, Jakka. Hey. It's short, but I like that. It's
Yeah.
very 70s sounding. I love it.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so they're not from Goggle 5. Is it Goggle V or Goggle 5? I don't remember. Oh, it's Goggle 5. Okay, yeah, I didn't remember. They're not Dynaman. Oh shit. Yeah, I just noticed the time. Blech.
Yeah.
God, if only that, and this is changing topics again. If only they had done a if only they'd carried through on Dynaman with their baseball team theme. If
Yeah.
only they'd had the guts to do that, because that was right when uh, baseball had really got its digits into Japan, and
Mm.
that's what Dynaman was trying to do, and then they changed it, and it's just kind of no one cares now. If
Yeah.
only
They
they'd
do look
had
like
the
like a
guts.
baseball team, don't they?
Well, they
Huh.
are. That was the inspiration for it. I'm just if only they'd carried through with it.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh yeah. There's even like
Oh,
an
neat.
old like pre-release picture. Yeah, a pre-production photo of the Denji Man
I've never
team
seen that.
where they have logos on them, like a
Oh
baseball
my
team.
god.
Even more like a jersey.
I've never seen that photo before.
The original name was V Leaguer.
You know, if they ever wanted to, if Beneplex Toy ever wanted to do a small, like a team of three, and then like a second team of three, or actually what they did with Lupin v Pat, they could totally do that as a baseball theme. And then just keep the
Hmm.
mecha line small, so you can get away with like this is the sword fighting batter, and then the catcher is I don't
Yeah.
even, and then there's I bet you they could do it. They could do it if they worked at it hard enough. They could do it.
Yeah.
That would
So
be
it says here
great.
on the wiki, however, it was judged through the development of the uniform and appropriate, or was it through the development of the uniform that the appropriate quote coolness was not achieved, and thus the concept was scrapped.
Yeah,
or Yaku
yeah,
Sentai V Leaguer.
yeah,
Then it
yeah.
became Dynaman.
Hey, I just hmm, getting back very much back on topic. I just noticed that the red mecha here, there's an indent in the hood of the car,
Mm-hmm.
and the indent matches up with a raised surface on the windshield. So one actually slots into the other. One is raised and
Yeah.
there's a slot in the other. So one actually fits over the other.
Yeah, yeah.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, so that's clearly showing like that's how you fold it, with that hinge and everything.
But I only see two hinges at this point, so I think
Yeah.
it may be just the chest and the head, and that's it.
That's
So
what I'm suspecting.
I think the green vehicle, whatever the green vehicle is, I think that might be
It's a
uh,
big vehicle, whatever it is, because it's got
torso.
6 wheels, so that's going to be torso
Well,
or legs.
yeah, it's either going to be torso or legs, or the entire leg. So we might be looking at a second bus on, you know,
Yeah.
which was a good way of doing that, absolutely. But I have no idea where the excavator. That's a weird one because an excavator and a helicopter don't have a lot of mass to them, and if we're to
Yeah.
take these literally, the excavator is very tiny. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like oh go go. What was the yellow one? What was the yellow one? Go go. Oh, four-wheeler gyro dozer. What was it? Dozer? Jump.
Dozer or excavator.
Hang on. There's a rhyme here. Dump formula gyro dozer marine. Okay, yeah. So it would have been go go dozer or go
Hmm.
dozer. Yeah, it was go go dozer. So, yeah. That's very small, but go go dozer would literally split in half, and the bucket
Yeah.
would just actually just sit on top of the shoulder. It wasn't part of the actual transformation.
Yeah.
So the mass of an excavator vehicle, I wonder if it's kind of like a moon buggy or some sort of moon vehicle or something like that.
Maybe.
Um, but that green, that's a real mystery. If
Yeah.
it's
Because, like, on
I
one hand, like, with the way its shape looks, is that it's obviously kind of similar to, like, a fire engine, but then again, or some emergency vehicle, but then at the same time, was it Red's a sports car?
right,
So why would you have a green fire engine, which is always typically red or orange in these sorts of things? So it makes more sense to be a
assuming
crane then, if it has the arm.
if it's a crane, that makes sense. Yeah, but then why would you have a crane and an excavator? Well, that's not to say the
Yeah,
Boginger didn't do it first. I'm just saying. So
I
like,
don't
why
know.
would you have a? And it's
One to move
not.
Earth and the other to move buildings, I guess.
Sure.
Uh, but if that's and then also we got the stuff that's hanging over the vehicles on the runes, so maybe that little
Right.
hangover thing is not an actual arm to the vehicle itself, but
In which
instead
case, what the
like
hell is that?
yeah, in which case what the hell is that? Is that a bus? Is that a truck? Is that a armored vehicle of some kind?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's big and it has 6 wheels. And we know Green's gonna use it.
Uh, was
Probably.
maybe some kind of.
Unless Green gets the excavator out of what is it?
Which I'd be. Oh yeah, because the question is, how do we know which ranger has which vehicles? Because I mean,
Okay, okay.
obviously we're gonna find out in a few days.
What I'm guessing how I know is that I say blue and pink have the jet and the helicopter because they have the single stripe
Okay, so let's get
down
rid of
there.
those. Okay.
Yeah. And I say yellow has the excavator because he's yellow. And
hmm
yellow's usually construction vehicles. And we
Right.
already know red's the sports car, so by process of
Right.
elimination, that leaves green.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, what the hell is that?
Very good question. And actually, you know what? I think
You know, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something we're gonna slap the side of our heads and go, duh, of course it was. Why didn't we think of this
okay.
2 days ago?
All right. Here's an interesting question. Car carrier? Maybe?
You know, I was just wondering about some sort of an articulating, not a bus necessarily, but some sort of an articulating vehicle, like a dump truck with an extra thingy that it drags along behind it.
Yeah.
But then that would
Maybe
it,
it'll blow all of our expectations out of the water, and it's an artillery truck. That's
yeah,
a
exactly.
giant gun on top.
Yeah. It's like animated Ultra Magnus.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can't recognize it immediately, but it's like a big old missile launcher on the back.
hmm
Well, it might be a military vehicle. I mean, there's nothing to say that none
I
of these can't.
mean, when rumors were first spreading about this series, like they were suspecting that it was going to be like a mixture of different vehicles from different professions, and one of which was like an aircraft carrier would possibly get involved later on.
That'd be awesome if it was.
So,
God, Max, dude, if only we could get a big old playset vehicle that was actual what's the word fuck, what are they called? The flying fortresses. If only. How awesome would it be to have one of those again?
yeah.
Like, we haven't had one of those since. I still want to say Deck Ranger was the last time we had a carrier vehicle, like a dedicated carrier vehicle, and
Mm,
not something that was tacked on at the end like fucking Q Ranger. I'm not talking about that. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
like an actual carrier. Tokuger, maybe, but I don't want to count that. Was it the Rainbow Tokyo Rainbow where that attempt to make a train yard stand up? That's what they were
hmm
trying to do, and it failed
Yeah,
miserably. Yeah, the Tokyo Rainbow.
yeah.
That's not a carrier mecha because it's stationary except for when it forms that combined, or no, it's not. But it's not a carrier when it's rolling around by itself because you can't put the vehicles on there without opening the thing up.
Yeah.
So I don't count that. But if that was
God, that
true,
thing's
then
ridiculous looking.
yeah,
Tokyo
the
Rainbow.
Tokyo Rainbow is just, oh Christ.
It's crazy.
But at least it has legs, and the
At
toy
least.
doesn't. But I
At the
never
very
understood that
least.
thing about let's take the weapons and store them on the ankles. Why not just leave them attached to the forearms? You know,
Yeah.
just
Well, they can attach to forearms. Then they become
there
swords.
was there was so much that went wrong with Tokyo. I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
How do you fuck up trains? Yeah, I'm gonna turn that into a hashtag. How do you fuck up trains?
How do
I
you
should
fuck
have
up
done that.
something else? Hi-oh! We'll talk about that
Yay!
later. Alright. Which one's worse? Just non sequitur. That makes sense about anything, but which one's worse?
Oh God, is this in the crossover movie?
Yep.
Oh God. I
Is it
Max, don't
is it
do
the
that.
is it the
Don't make me
rainbow
pick at this time of night.
is it the train bow or is it the Pope of Dinosaurs? Which one is worse?
I think I gotta go with Tokyo Rainbow because it just fails on so many levels. Because if all you have to do is turn the thing sideways, and then all you have
hmm
to do is look at it from the back, and it just fails on so many levels. At least the Kyoryuger thing looks like something, even if it's a
Yeah.
clusterfuck. It looks like something, as
Fair.
opposed to the Tokyo Rainbow, which just it's just flat on the ground, and then it folds upwards, and
Yeah.
it's nothing at that point. It doesn't even
Yep.
have a proper waist, or it doesn't even have a proper pelvis on it. It's
Nope.
just an empty space on the toy.
Yep. Just a walking freaking
And
slab.
and those arm blades that we're talking about, you don't even get that on the toy. You get these tiny little nubbins, like you want to on the thing. That's it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
even swords on the toy, but it very much is here. So you look at the DX version, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just fail all the way. At least the Kyoryuger thing, which I totally can't think of the name of it. It kind of looks like a staff. You can live with it.
Yeah. True.
But Christ, I'm gonna save that picture for when I do the.
I also saw this GIF and it's kind of funny.
Oh, if it, oh my god. Oh no! Oh no! I swear, folks, I'm not drunk. I don't drink, and I'm not high, and I'm not on.
Yep.
I'm not. This. Oh shit!
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
And they're just standing there watching it. They don't even scatter. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope I could stick that into Power Director. I hope I can. Oh Christ! What are they thinking?
Tokyo Rainbow's pretty big.
It's a big pile, is what it is.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, and this is the final one because we are way off topic here.
Way off topic.
Okay, so here's one for you. Tokyo Rainbow versus what was the shitstorm from Lupin versus Pat? What was that thing?
Oh,
The Good Cool Striker VSX.
Good Cool Striker VSX, yes.
VSX.
Yes.
Put your feet to the flames. Which one's worse, the Tokyo Rainbow or the Good Cool Striker VSX?
Good Cool Striker, immediately.
How so?
Immediately.
Why?
I hate the flat face of it. And well, actually, let me pull up a picture of it. Good Cool Striker. Oh fuck yeah, this. Okay, yeah. So I hate the flat face of it. I hate how Pink's baton thing is just sticking out to trip over everything.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Otherwise, like, I think the idea is kind of neat with, like, oh, we'll have, like, a mech with 4 arms on it, but it's just like they're dangling there and they can barely even do anything, and it's just a bunch of blank space and ports everywhere. Like, sure, there's a lot of blank space on Tokyo Rainbow, but, I mean, I feel like with Tokyo Rainbow, at least that's, like, the final mech. With Good Cool Striker VSX, it's not even the final mech. There's like 3 other mechs after this thing. Of course, they're all like
no. Good Cool Striker VSX is it. That's the
well,
only
I mean, that's
one.
like the final combined form. But then we got the other ones where it's like we have like the was it the Patrol Rangers got that like big was it like tank truck thing? And then the was it the Lupin Rangers got the big plane. So they're like variants of the basic mechs. But it's like they Good Cool Striker didn't even premiere at the end as like their final robot that they get.
You know what kills...
I'm talking about Siren Lupin Kaiser and Victory Lupin Kaiser.
Okay, sure. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. There's 2 things. There's 2 big things. Or no, there's 3 things. There's a lot of things that are wrong with Goku Striker VSX.
Yeah.
There's the pink baton. There's the arms, which are just nothing. There's the incredibly shitty connection point at the ankles.
Okay.
There's just one little blue tab on either side that doesn't even hold it right. Was it cool? What's it called? Good Striker. Doesn't even attach. It just attaches to the inner. It's just a pair of pigs that go to the inner side of each thigh or each ankle, and that's it. That's the only connection. So those legs are falling off all the time. But the the thing that I just don't even is it doesn't have shoulders, but it does have elbows.
Yes. Yes.
It's like the articulation is like I've never seen. Like I can understand Japan's obsession with having really large, elaborate chest armor that extends outwards past the shoulder joints. I can understand that, and I've got a number of pieces in my collection that do that, including those two Chinese things. But at least the Chinese versions, at least they're articulate. They can actually. This doesn't even have the option.
Yeah.
Like, how?
Yeah.
And also, it's got a police race car sitting on top of its head for reasons and things and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saved both of those.
So
It's
yeah. In general, Tokyo Rainbow obviously not good, but I think But I think it's better than Good Cool Kaiser VSX.
Uh-huh. Most begrudgingly, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, how can I agree that there's something worse than Tokyo Rainbow? I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
And then I just remembered Ultimate Gosei Great.
Yeah.
I just remembered Ultimate Gosei Great, which doesn't even transform. It's the biggest offense. It does not transform. You just put the two together and you take the weapons off of this one and stick it on the other one. And that's it. It's not even a transformation. It combines, but
yeah, Ultimate Gosei Great. Okay, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know this is going to sound a little bit like heresy, but hear me out.
okay.
Hurricaneger and Revol Mammoth.
Yeah.
Because while it is cool, Revol Mammoth literally does nothing except just open up to put the mech inside of it.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. That is the only thing that stops Revolver Tenrei or no, what's it called? Yeah, Revolver Tenrei Senpujin, that's what it's called. Because Revolver, Mammoth Revolver. Yeah, so Revolver Tenrei Senpujin, that right there, what you just said, is the only thing that stops me from putting it on the exact same highest of pedestals as the ultimate Daijujin.
Yeah.
MMPR Season 1 Ultra Sword. That is the only thing that stops me from putting it on the same tier. Is that the Revolver Mammoth doesn't do anything. You just open the back and that's it. There are no parts that come off of it and there are no parts that are attached to it. They don't swap.
I mean, technically you stick like some of the capsule weapons,
those weapons
on it.
No, but I don't count those.
Yeah.
No, because the toy cannot do, and I have the Revolver Mammoth, by the way. I actually had it in one of my CDX reviews. The Revolver Mammoth does not, the DX Revolver Mammoth does not create what they do in the show. So no, that doesn't count. It can't do that.
You can't stick the things on it?
No, well, you can only put 4 of them on there, and they're all attached to the front legs.
Yeah.
But but in the show, you can attach all 13 Karkuri weapons. But the toy, no, you cannot.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I know where you're going with that, but the answer is no. All
right.
So it looks like, and I think I'll call it here because I'm starting to cough and hack. I need a
yeah.
It's bad. So I think this may be a sign that the vehicles are actually transforming in a unique way.
Yes.
It's too early to say because I mean it's only one picture off of one magazine, and obviously all this conjecture is going to be rendered moot in a couple of days when they finally release all the toy stuff.
It's one picture off of one magazine, and so shiny, and the magazine scan's got all those sun reflections in it, or light reflections in it, and it's got the barely visible, but still clearly there, watermark over it, that it's really hard to figure out what exactly this thing will do. But
Mm-hmm.
we know it does a fold at one point, because we see those hinges.
2 points. 2
2
points.
points. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it is an actual transformation. As weird as this sounds, it kind of, you know, I could be totally wrong, just because Red Ranger's mecha usually doesn't do this. But I just had the weirdest thought that this red car might actually be a leg component. Because
Maybe?
if you flip the what's it called, the spoiler on the mech, if you flip that up, that would be the toe. And then you
Yeah.
flip the hood down. So like think of like Transformers Generation 1 Minosaur.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this vehicle, this is going to be small. It's only going to be like 3, maybe 4 inches long, so it's not going to be much more bigger
That's
than
why I
this.
was getting
It's real small.
some Pato Ranger vibes from it, because I think like it's going to be a similar size to those things. Maybe,
That would not surprise
maybe
me.
smaller.
That is a safe.
Trigger machines, that's what they're called.
No, that's not those. Yeah, that's a safe size. Because you're going about 30 centimeters, 12 inches for your average deluxe robot. That doesn't bother me. So, but if this is actual transformation, this is not a gimmick. This I don't smell gimmick in this car.
No, I don't smell it either.
And from what I've seen of the Kirameiger's henching device, and we do have what are they called? Powered by the Kiramis stones and the Kiramental of the 5 individuals chosen to be. So the Kiramis stones, however you say it, those might be the collectible gimmicks. I'm not certain.
Yeah.
It's too difficult to tell just with the three role plays that we have: the Kirame Changer, the sword, and then the Buster, or the gun. Usually one of those three interacts with the medium, and right now I'm not seeing any way that the medium can that a medium, if you're talking toys, that can go from the mecha into the role play. I'm not seeing it anywhere in this show. It's entirely
I'm not
possible.
seeing it anywhere either.
Which Lupin v. Pat did have a medium because it was the Versus vehicles.
Yeah.
I keep closing the wiki even though I really shouldn't. I'm struggling here to think when the last time was that they didn't have a medium, and
Bokenger?
a Kibaranger doesn't count.
Bokenger?
Let's see. Juoger did not have a medium because
Juoger's medium was because it was cubes.
Yeah. Okay, so Juoger was the last time, but I'm under the impression that was kind of an exception.
Yeah.
Not an exception that proves the rule. It was kind of like, okay, we're going to take a break and we're not going to worry about it.
Yeah, let's see.
The Ninja
Ranger had the
Tokiger.
Q-Tama, and the Ninja had the... Well, the Ninja didn't have anything.
Yeah,
well,
they
did. They had the Hurricane that made
shurikens.
They had the Shurikens that made the helmet. I forgot that.
Yeah, Nin Shuriken, but you could also plug it in. You could plug them into the weapons and
yeah,
the mecha.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, they had that, but yeah, I was forgetting about the mecha part of it. But yeah, Ninja
Go
had
Buster.
it.
Go Buster.
Yeah, Go Buster didn't have it.
Go Buster didn't have a medium. Go Kaiger did.
Yeah, the treasure chest gimmick.
Now here's the weird thing. For Gokaiger, they did not have a medium, but Power Rangers Super Mega Force did.
That's nice.
Because they took the Ranger keys. And they made them plug into the back of the what was it called? What did they call it? The Legendary Megazord, I think.
Ah, okay.
You could actually take the Ranger keys, plug it into the back, which was a bizarre answer to the thing that super Gokaiger fans had, that was, instead of manually turning the ship's wheel on the back, you should have put a Ranger key in the back and turned it. That was a common complaint. So while Bandai America did do that, they were so obsessed with their Zord builder system that they kind of fucked up everything else.
Yeah.
And also shrinking the things down because they're fucking cheap since 9/11, or I'm sorry, since 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gokaiger didn't, but Super Megaforce did. Goseiger had the cards, but also the Gosei, the headers were not really, well, no, the headers were not a medium. They were treated like they were
So you're talking about like a not a gimmick for the mechs, but like a connection between like what the Rangers have and what the mechs have.
Yeah, I mean whether it's a because they started doing it with let me double check, was it Shinkinger, Goanger? They started with it in Goanger because you had the engine souls. The engine soul was the first time that they did a medium. This was a thing that either the Rangers themselves could hold it in their hands, and then the engine souls would be inserted into the mecha, and then the mecha would get larger. So that's the medium. That's the thing that goes between the mecha and the roleplay toys. There's some common connection between the two, because up to that point, they never really had, I don't think they ever had a case where, and that was kind of the gimmick of Goanger, was the engine souls. That was the new thing at the time. It wasn't enough that they had limb swapping, which we were starting to get sick of at that point, but it was this new thing called engine souls that was the medium that goes between, and I say medium, but it was the thing, the handheld thing that would go between the roleplay stuff and the mecha. Goanger was the first instance of that, so it's kind of a question of where did they not do that after Goanger. I think the first instance of that was Goseiger, then Gokaiger, Gobuster. Boy, there's a lot more exceptions than I'm willing to admit here. Kyoryuger, they had the Kyoryu batteries, whatever the beast battery thing is. I don't know what they're. Yeah, they had those things. Tokyuger was the actual liners. Ninja was the nin shurikens. Juoger was an exception because they had the cubes. Q Ranger, they had the Q Tamas. Because the Q Tamas, you can actually, the Q Tamas would change size in addition to whatever power the Q Tama itself had. So so Kirameiger might be one of those seasons where they don't have a medium. The only way I could think of, just from these pictures, the only thing I could think of where there might be a medium is these gems, or these Kirame stones. Those might be a medium, but I'm not certain.
Yeah, I'm not certain either. Whatever medium it is, it doesn't. If there is a medium, then it doesn't have a clear place where it's plugging into anything from what we've seen. So if they have something, I bet they might use some of that like magnetic stuff you were talking about. Like they hover the gem over the stone, over the morpher, and then it registers it, and then makes a sound or something. Like you activate search mode to try and find it. Maybe like the closer the gem gets, like the louder the thing beeps.
That'd be cool. So a proximity sensor.
A proximity sensor.
That would be cool if they did that. That would be very outside the box.
It's like the louder it beeps, and then like once the gem reaches like a certain distance away from the device, it then like plays a jingle or plays some sound cue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Question, Max. And this is on topic. There have been and we talked about earlier. There have been a number of if these Kiramis stones, if these are the mediums. There have been a number of Kamen Rider series where they've used magnets for identification.
Yeah.
In the key or the gem or whatever it is. Have you heard of any of the toys, the role-play toys, where
Yes.
the magnets have worn away at the electronics in the interior. Because if I remember, electronics 101, you never ever want to put a magnet close to electronics because it'll fuck around with stuff on the inside just because of the electromagnetic
Not
field.
not that I've heard.
Other
Not
than
not that I've heard yet.
dropping the magnet and it loses its uh, polarization, which is known to happen. Um,
Also, not that I've heard from what I've
okay.
seen. Like the only weapon that I can really think of off the top of my head in my tired state, that really
It's
emphasizes
an
like
hour later for
using,
him.
yeah, that really emphasizes using magnets is the Kamen Rider Ghost weapons, which like Kamen Rider Ghost had the icons, which was the
Hmm.
primary gimmick, but the
Yeah.
Ghost weapons, all you had to do was just hold like the circular part of the weapon up close to the belt, and then it registered.
Okay.
Because it was like the gimmick for the whole thing was like the belt was like looking at the symbol and then picked it up, but it
Oh,
was
I see
just
what you're
like
saying.
a magnet proximity thing.
Hmm.
Um, so that's the only thing that I can really think of, and I haven't heard of any of those wearing down. Honestly, like the only thing with Kamen Rider belts that I've heard of wearing down is the Kamen Rider
Well, just
Drive belt.
just magnets.
Yeah, not magnets, but like the Kamen Rider Drive belt has like a spinning LED strip to make the
Oh, sure,
images
yeah,
in there. So obviously, like after a while, the rotor is gonna mow down, or
sure.
the little rotor is gonna wear out.
Hmm. Yeah.
But that's the most I've heard. Nothing I
Okay.
could think of with magnets.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If there is a magnet on the inside of these things, maybe it's like just weak enough to register, but not enough to screw around with the electronics on the inside. So.
So, but then that also raises like the other question, like this is obviously a lot of stuff that's fitting into a small package. So how much
Yeah.
can we reasonably expect? Like I think there's going to be a spinning
Mhm.
gimmick on the outside of the morpher. I think we got
I
that.
don't think I do not think it's going to be free turning like on the Excellular, or the Shinkenmaru, where you put the hidden disc, you attach it to the guard, and then you spin it. That was also free turning. I do not think this is going to be free turning. I think it may be more something along the lines of uh, the Ginga Brace from Ginga Man, which was the Galaxy Lost Galaxy morpher, where
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
click depending on which position you put it in. Or another good example would be the what we were talking about it earlier, the Cube phone, where it's click
Yeah.
click click click. So I think it's going to be more something like that. But the thing
I
is,
think it'll be like that, but I think it'll be a smoother ratchet and a lot more of them, so it just like forces you to like it only spins like clockwise or counterclockwise, like it can't free spin the other way, and it can still turn relatively smoothly, but it'll only go like those directions.
the reason I point that out, it may very well be a spinning thing, but there's two possibilities here. Either A, the four circles on the top, the four icons on the top, are individual buttons with a light underneath them, which when pressed, you can press down on it and then it'll make a noise.
Mm.
Or you turn the silver exterior. Now, the problem with the silver exterior turning, which is possible, is that there's no little arrow or an icon of some kind determining which of those four symbols it's going to be pointing towards.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how you're going to select which mode
Well,
you're going to use.
it could be like you're saying with lights underneath the buttons. It could just be lights that light up in sequence, depending on how you're turning, highlighting each of the individual buttons.
Okay, yeah, okay, sure, I could live with that. Let's see if these maybe turn. Because the first picture I looked at, um, on Toku Nation, or not the first one, but the second page, the Kiramager fully revealed. If you look at the very first picture, not where they're all standing up and posing, but where it's kind of close up, you kind of half see them. It shows that the Kirame changers are definitely have a spinning function on them. So
Yeah.
maybe it is like the Excellular where it's a free turning thing, and like, okay, so like maybe you press one of the icons and then you spin it to activate it. That would be so instead of with the Excellular you had how many keys? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You had 14 buttons on the Excellular, and then you had a single free turning one. Maybe they're cutting it down from 14 buttons off the keypad on a cell phone. They're reducing it down to just 4. And then they have a larger wheel that turns. Because it would make sense, and you can't see what I'm doing next, but it would make sense to be able to do this. Or in a rush, you could do this kind of function as well. That does make sense. So you would just push, it's morphin time, or call summon vehicles, summon Zords, or let's do the communications mode, or let's do the scanning mode, and and that's it. So it actually simplifies a lot of that.
Or, and here's the other thing, and here's the other possible option: the the buttons don't light up at all, but the silver rim on the outside does. Is the other possible thing.
No. I think it's going to be like a PVC grip so that you can hang on to it better. I think the exterior is more likely to spin.
No, I know the exterior will spin. That's not what I'm denying. But what I'm saying is like light placement. We're thinking like maybe lights on the buttons, but maybe no lights on the buttons, but the lights are on the outside rim. That's still on the face of the watch.
Ooh, that would be hard to wire, Max.
It would be.
That would be hard to wire on the interior for the electronics. That'd be hard to do.
It would be.
You could do that with special effects in the show.
Yeah.
But as far as because what you end up with is you remember the Kamen Rider drive belt we were just talking about?
Yeah.
You would end up with kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So and I'm not talking motorized, but you still have to provide power to an LED that's spinning rapidly on the interior.
But maybe the LED doesn't spin. Maybe it's just the outside wall of the watch that spins.
Yeah.
Rather than the whole silver rim just stays still. Like that's just there, but just like the outside edge of the watch is what you turn.
Yeah, the black strip.
Yeah, the black strip. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been talking about, the black strip. Yeah, the black strip is PVC. That part is going to spin.
Yes.
Because if the icons were not all pointed, or if they were not all oriented the same direction, like if they were all pointing towards the outsides, then it'd be like, okay, the whole thing turns.
Yeah, but no, they're all facing.
It would be like the cube phone, the cube changer.
Yeah, but the icons clearly don't turn. The icons just stay where they are.
Yeah, so that's why I think that it's more likely that the icons are buttons themselves. Or
I think they are. Yeah.
Okay, here's a thought, and I'm looking at this close up of it. Maybe there's only one light, and it's that white glint that's in between the 4 icons. Maybe it's just a single light.
Maybe.
Which would be kind of boring, but I could live with it.
True. I'm trying to look for other. That's still looking white there. It still looks white there. I'm trying to look at other pictures of the Rangers, see if we can get any other hints on that. Maybe not. Maybe not, because like in all the shots, there seems to be just that like sort of gray area. I think that's just printed on stylistic choice. Maybe. But I think we're all getting tired here. So
I was just gonna say this is gonna be a bitch to edit tomorrow.
It's gonna be a bitch to edit.
There's so much good conversation. It's like, okay, how much of this am I gonna be cutting tomorrow? So this might be a 2-hour reveal.
Maybe.
This is gonna wreck.
Final thoughts.
I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. There's no big complaints at this point, which is very, very encouraging.
Yes.
I see nothing really bad in terms of what I'm going to get or not. The gun is funny, but the sword is boring. Oops. The gun is funny, but the sword is boring but acceptable. So like, I might go for the gun and the sword. Obviously we don't have any mecha other than just one car. It's probably gonna be no more than 3 or 4 inches, 4 inches at most, whatever.
Yeah.
So I can't comment on that. The changer, I'm considering how much time we've spent talking about the changer. Yeah, I'm definitely going for the changer at this point.
Yeah, the
Um,
changer's super cool.
hmm Changer is very compact, and what's really selling this for me is there isn't a medium. There isn't Ryu Souls. There isn't a heat-end disc. There isn't one of
Or
those.
if there is a medium, it's very cleverly, like,
It's
very
it's not.
subtly
It
hidden in.
doesn't draw
Yeah,
your attention to it. Is my point.
exactly.
It doesn't draw your
Yeah.
attention to it. So if it is just the gems, then there might be like a shape or a number on it, and you turn it over, and then there's some sort of an ID, like the teeth, or it's just a magnet on the inside, or maybe it's the Ranger's helmet. So you just scan the thing, or I'm sorry, you just scan the thing, put it close to it, or even like touch it. It'll make a noise, and then you pull it away. So you're gonna have a literal bag full of like gems and shit you're going to be hanging on to
Hmm.
in this one. And I think I can live with that because these gems might actually be smaller than Ryu Souls, and Ryu Souls are pretty small, if
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things. So they're actually smaller than Ranger keys. They're almost more convenient than Ranger keys.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is hitting all the right buttons. We'll
Hmm.
find out with the mecha, but this is hitting all the right buttons, and it's hitting them in all the right combinations so far. The suits are something that I usually don't talk about, but I like the suit designs. The fact that they're doing callback to previous Rangers, that's nice. Um, I, I think the only complaint would be that I wish they'd have saved this for the 45th anniversary. Or maybe they could have used it for the 40th anniversary instead of fucking cubes. I'm just saying.
Now, this is the thing that threw me for a loop. I think it's just the wiki getting it wrong, but there's like
Hmm.
two different wiki entries for Kiramager. One saying it's the 44th and one saying it's the 45th. And I'm like,
It's the 44th. It's
yeah.
the 44th because Ryu Soldier is 43. Because here's how it goes. Jew is 40. So it's Jew Ranger
Yeah.
or Jew Q Ranger, Lupin V Pat, Ryu Soldier, and then what the hell? Wait a minute. Q Ranger,
Kiramager,
Lupin,
Lupin,
Ryu Soldier,
Ryu
Kiramager. Yeah,
Soldier,
Kiramager is
Kiramager.
44th. Kiramager is 44.
Yeah, yeah.
I threw myself off for a moment
Then after that, what the hell?
there. I haven't even
Yeah.
been watching Beast Morphers. Like, I don't know if I can't like Nickelodeon. Like, I haven't even watched it yet.
Yeah, I haven't been seeing them.
Mm.
But yeah, my thoughts on this Sentai series. Yeah, I'm liking everything what I'm seeing. Basically the same idea. I like how compact and slick the Henshin device is.
Mm-hmm.
I like the theme so far. Super vehicles, gems are cool. Kamen Rider Wizard did it, so might as well have Sentai get on it. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
uh, and now next season, bugs, bug rangers, do it. It's so
Space
easy.
bugs. The
Space
space
bugs,
bugs of death.
do it,
Do it.
do it.
And then after
Super
that,
easy.
all dragons. I still want an
Yes,
all dragon theme series.
all dragons. Almost had it with Ryu
Not
Solger.
not not
Almost had
ships,
it.
okay? Not cars, not boats, not airplanes, but dragons.
Yep,
All dragons. Beneplex Toei, make this happen. You
yep.
cannot tell me that kids over in Japan don't like dragons. Give me a freaking break.
You have you have your main dragon rangers a bunch, so why not just have
Go
a
all out.
dragon Sentai? Yeah,
Just go all out. Come on.
not hard.
But do the bugs first. Do the bugs first. And by the
Yes,
way, Q Ranger was a cheat, and we all know it. Okay, Q
yes.
Ranger was a cheat. So you still got to do a full space theme series, okay? Because you didn't have vehicles. You had constellations, and then you had fucking Orion Battler. Max, I need to go back. I'm getting tired here. So it's 1 a.m. for me, and it's 2 a.m. for you right now. So,
Yes, it is.
oh god.
All right. I think it's a good discussion.
By the way, this newest discussion, we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. And
We
that's on
have
top of the hour and 10 that we had previously. So this is
wait,
going to be a
wait,
3-hour.
wait. Ava,
Huh?
hate to burst your bubble. You're gonna have
Not
to go
needed.
and wait. We got some more.
What?
We got some more.
What?
Not much more, but we got more. I'm just discovering this now. It just dropped today, it seems. So we got more.
It's 1:03 a.m. So it's like 6. No, it would be 5. No, it would be 8 p.m. on Wednesday in Japan.
Yeah.
Drop it. Give me. No, wait,
It,
wait. Hang on. Let me pause and save stuff here. So hang
it
on.
came out at
Stop, Max. I gotta.
4:35. Yeah, stop.
I'm not gonna record this. Stop.
Yes, yes, stop. 7 new scans.
Well,
But
yeah.
they don't show anything that we haven't seen, I guess.
Well, let's see. Maybe let's take a look. So these are
If
on.
if they are just this is looking like a lot of stuff that we saw, which is it's not, but it's all like new images, but it's not new information. So we could probably just blow through these really quickly.
Yeah, it looks like it's just rehashing from newspapers. It doesn't. Oh, how does this work? I don't 4chan. So is this 4chan? No,
This is 4chan.
this is 4chan. Okay.
Well, technically, this is 4channel, which is its own separate entity which is advertiser friendly. But this is 4chan.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
Just click on an image, make it bigger.
Okay. Yeah, I just discovered that. This tells you how often I use bulletin boards and what's it called, forums? Because I don't.
Yeah.
So. Oh, this is so nice. How long this is taking? This is taking forever. Yeah. Fuck this. There we go. I can load them separately. Yeah, I don't think this is going to add anything to the conversation unless it's like actual new.
I mean, the only thing that we get that's like slightly new is like a slightly better picture of Red Ranger's mech or Red Ranger's Zord.
Oh, really? I didn't see that. Yes.
The second image at the bottom.
Oh, there it is.
Clearer.
Yeah, it is clearer. So it doesn't have any eyes.
No, no eyes, but still those weird lines past the headlights and teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a
Yeah.
strange black bar that's on the right side of it. Although I don't know if that's just like the hood indenting and it's like it has the same one on the other angle or on the other side.
Hey, Max.
Yeah.
This car has devil horns on it.
Where's the devil horns?
Behind the headlights, above the front wheels. See those little black things that come out? This thing has little devil horns on it.
Oh yeah, and those are
Cat
like the
ears.
same horns on the Kiramager suits. So I
Mm-hmm.
think this again just adds to that whole idea of these being demons. Like or like magic demon themed vehicles. And it makes sense because what's another term for like someone who goes really fast but a speed demon?
Speed demon. Yeah. Boy, that would be nice and subtle for a change for Super Sentai.
Mm-hmm.
Very subtle. Because that's not because usually it's either an animal or nothing at all. But
Yeah.
if this is a living creature, it's very subtle, or it's certainly nothing that nothing that Super Sentai would float around with. I wonder if the tone of this show is going to be a little more on the serious side.
Maybe.
What the hell? What the hell? Wait a minute. I was wondering about that earlier. What is this? Where's that picture? I just noticed something. I couldn't figure out what I was looking at earlier, but I just had a second thought. You know that black bar we were talking about?
Yeah.
What is that?
You see
On
what
the
I mean
right,
with it being like it's asymmetrical?
yeah, on the right side, above the windscreen, in front of that black bar, that looks like another joint. Now here's
So you're
something.
talking about that bump where that hinge is?
Yeah.
Well, we saw
Which
that on
is,
the other one too. On the other side too.
no, we didn't. Not this one. Okay, no, the windshield above the windshield on the roof, okay?
Yeah.
On
Oh
the
no, no.
right
Yeah, I do
side.
see that. Yes, the right side. I do see that bump, and that's not on the left side.
No, it's not on the left side. Here's, okay, let me think. Here's an interesting thought.
All right.
The joints on the front, the transformation joints on the front of the vehicle, and the
Yeah.
transformation joints on the back of the vehicle, okay?
Yeah.
They are, I'm thinking as I'm doing this, they are equal distances away from that mysterious little bump thingy. What
All right.
if,
All right. I think I see your train of thought, but keep going.
what if there's a third transformation joint somewhere in here, and it's on the
Yeah.
right side where the passenger side door is, although in
Yes.
Japan it'd be the driver's side. What if that joint runs vertical right down the center, right through the middle of the
And it
passenger seat or whatever
splits
it
in
is,
half.
and it splits in half,
Pac-Man style.
Pac-Man style. There you go. So the front and the back still accordion up,
Yep.
but then there's a second joint that makes it do this. You know, I really wish I could run Skype at the same time. So I wonder how much of a.
No,
We could not
I see
connect to
what
you a
you're
second.
getting at.
Okay, yeah, I can't do it. It won't let me.
Yeah.
Okay,
I do
so
see what you're saying.
this could be a chest component,
Waist, maybe?
a belt.
Belt?
I'm more inclined to think this would be a chest component because red is rarely, if ever, is rarely not in the center torso somewhere.
Now,
Not
okay, all
necessarily
right.
the head. There are exceptions to this because in Kaku Ranger, red was an arm
Yeah.
for the Kakurei
Uh,
Daishogun.
in Go-Go 5, a lot of Red's mechs were not the head, and were not like the chest component. Well, actually, no.
No,
Red was chest, but like they weren't the head.
and on the Grand Liner, which was a carrier, Grand Liner
Yeah.
red was the right arm,
Red was the
but the
right
head
arm.
was yeah. But no, I was thinking of like Kaku Ranger, the Kakurei Daishogun, which is the Ninja Megazord, not
Yeah.
not not the Shogun, but the Ninja Megazord. That
Yes.
the which
The
arm was it? I
gorilla,
can't see.
the ape.
Yeah, the ape. So that one was off center, and then I've got Shurikenjin staring me in the face, or Shurikenjin UFO, or
Yeah.
yeah, UFO is staring me in the face right now. And for that, ordinarily, red is in the chest, but for most of the combined forms, red becomes the right arm.
Yes.
The sole exception being Shurikenjin Drago, where it becomes the left arm.
Yes.
But and then you've got, let's see, I got to pull up the wiki just because I got to have. That's a very curious joint. That's a very asymmetrical.
I mean,
My favorite, the Flash King from Flashman. The red mecha was the entire side of the mecha. It was not an actual. Um, it was not just an arm. Let's see.
hmm.
Oh, No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Red was the center. My mistake. So not
Okay,
Flash. I was
not Flash.
mistaken. I could have sworn. I guess it just had a lot of red on it.
Maybe it's kind of weird, but like maybe the Pac-Man split apart for the car is like for a head reveal?
Yeah, that's why I'm
Maybe?
thinking it might be a chest, but it would be a very odd way of splitting that.
Is the face flat, long and flat inside the car? I hope not.
Well, I mean, if they're going to be, maybe it's not necessary. Maybe the head is not necessarily in there. Maybe it's in
No,
the
maybe
the
not.
larger vehicle in the center. But this this kind of changes everything. I thought it was maybe like a chest component, but could just kind of a typical, just just snaps into the front and that's it. But that joint changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a broad chest like on Magic King. May not
Yeah.
transform the same way, but I think it's going to be a broad chest.
Hmm.
It might be. Could it be the entire pelvis assembly? I
That's what I was
seriously, that
thinking.
that
Like
would be
maybe
very
like maybe
tiny.
it splits apart for like the pelvis and like the hood and the back spoiler that like fold up become like the back?
Mm, because it's doing this and then this.
So it's like it's making a U shape
Right.
and then the U shape splits in half like that. Making it almost, it makes it look like a ramp.
Oh, I see what Max is doing. He's doing this and then this. That's what Max is thinking.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this. Hmm. Whatever it is, it's unique.
It is
I've
unique.
I, it's going to be an asymmetrical whatever it is. That's very strange. That's very strange. You, you know what, Mix? We're actually talking about how these things transform without watching the show.
Yes.
This is something we can't figure out at a glance.
Yes.
I can't remember the last time a Super Sentai Robot did that for me. Like, that's been a
Yeah.
long time.
You know what? I just had a thought. I
Yes.
just had a thought. It I don't think it would look very good, but what if this whole car turns into a spoiler for the mech?
A
Like
backpack?
a backpack. The car just turns into a backpack. Because like it folds up and it makes that ramp shape like I'm thinking about, and then it
Uh-huh.
has like the classic like peg connector with like the little sandwich clip in there, like inside the
Okay.
center there. So then when it
Uh-huh.
splits apart, like those two, like the male and female peg, then plugs into the back of the robo.
If that's the case, that's a waste of material. There's no reason for it to do that other
Yeah.
than just to say, "Hey, I'm here." And I,
And maybe
what you're,
or maybe it does that to reveal the head? Like maybe that
I'm
activates
inclined
a
to think,
mechanism to reveal the head?
yeah, I think it's the head.
Hmm.
But here's the thing, though. What you're describing, if it's to become a spoiler for like a backpack or something, if that's the case, then conceptually, but not the way it transforms, conceptually, it would be the same as Magic Garuda, because Magic Garuda on Magic King doesn't. Can I pull this out without destroying my display again? Oh, I really should position this in such a way. Here's the thing about here's the thing about Magic King, okay?
Yeah.
Is one of the common complaints, and I'm showing it right now, is that Magic Garuda actually doesn't form any significant part of the Robo. Even the head design. Like
Yeah.
technically you can build Magic King without Magic Garuda. You can't do
Yeah.
that without any of the others. Even Magi Fairy,
Yes.
which is sitting in the center here, that's kind of important, and it also forms a very stately little collar. The function that Magi Garuda has is that it's the wings. It's the wings of Magic King. That's what Magic Garuda is for. So even if it sits on the back and it's not a, for lack of a better word, requirement for the transformation or for the final form and for the function of Magic King, at least it does something if it's attached to the back. But what you're describing here is essentially kibble, combiner kibble,
I guess. Yeah.
which I would find that very difficult to believe. It's like, that's like saying we don't have anywhere. Well, the exact same thing, an argument could be made with Go-Go Gyro, which was the blue vehicle from the Daiboken,
Yeah.
because that doesn't have any function once it connects. The only function that Go-Go Gyro has is that it holds the head. The head is actually a helmet for
Yeah.
Daiboken, and then it just sits down on the top. So, but that's the only function that it has. Otherwise, Go-Go Gyro just sits on the back. It does, like, it can't even form little engines that allows the thing to jump or to fly. It couldn't do that because the turbine engines are turned vertically, not horizontal to the ground. So it couldn't do anything about that. So why would they, at that point, the toy designers would essentially be designing a toy that's, or they would be designing a component that doesn't have any function other than transforming, but it doesn't attach anywhere. It doesn't. No, I'm not like.
Nah. My only train of
No.
thought, I'm probably wrong, but my only train of thought with this whole idea was like, okay, so clearly this thing's pegged together. So how's it pegged together? Probably one of those classic Sentai like sandwich clips that they use
Uh-huh.
to plug stuff together. So it's like, okay, if you do that and you spread it apart, now you're just left with the male and female pegs out in the
Mm-hmm.
open. So then what would those plug into? Unless they just stay out in the open. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think it's going to be a chest. I
Yeah,
doubt it's going to be a back. I don't see red being a pointless backpack of a thing. I
true.
don't I don't see that happening
Probably not.
because they have too much respect for the color red over in Super Sentai World.
They have too much respect for the color red over in Sentai World.
I mean, they have so much respect for it that they've never ever had a leader who was not red in some, who didn't have a red or red, red outfit some fashion. Like even like technically, Time Pink was leader, and technically, Ninja White was leader, but that was a stretch at best. I've seen both. I've seen both of those shows, so.
But this is a good sign for this
This is a
series.
good sign. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's 1:30 on December 24th now.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, this is engaging. This is, and not just because I've got Maxzilla on the line here, but
Hey.
this is this, but this is engaging. Like we're actually talking about the trivialities, the details, and things like that, as opposed to, well, you know, Kyoryu, is this Kyoryu Jin? Yeah, Kyoryu Jin, where it's a three-step changer, really. The arms, the legs, the waist, the tail.
Done. Bada bing, bada
Done.
boom.
And you didn't even have to watch the show to know that. And you saw me when I unboxed this thing. I didn't even use the instructions, and I hadn't watched the show at that point either. So it's so much more engaging. Like we don't even know what it looks like, and we've already discovered 3 joints on this, and it's folding in a way that's not commonly seen. That's good. I, I'm I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting excited, Max.
Yes.
This is interesting, and it's nothing shocking. It's nothing. Oh, it's nothing we've never seen before. But it's just kind of, they're simplifying things and kind of taking it back to old school Sentai.
Yeah,
We
and
didn't
that's
have
something that a lot of
mediums.
people are talking about, and that's something that I honestly kind of agree with. Like, this is along the lines of, like, Time Ranger, Gal Ranger, stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Simplified.
I wouldn't go so far as to include Lupin v. Pat in there because, well, Lupin v. Pat's kind of weird because the medium, which is the versus vehicles, didn't really get in the way of transformations. I don't recall complaining that the tooth gear, whatever it is on the bottom of the versus vehicles, got in the way or it sacrificed anything other than maybe the articulation of the let's see, there's the dial fighters and the trigger machines. The trigger machines for um, which version? Pat Striker. We didn't have elbows in the Pat Striker because they had the extending gimmick or whatever it is. From you pull the trigger and the thing extends. So they needed to have the machinery or machinery. They needed the mechanism in there to make the arms extend, to make the fist extend outwards so that you can have the thing. So, but that was not a result of um, the toothed scanner thingy. I don't know what we call these things nowadays. Um, these things, this was not a factor. It was not a problem, a point of contention with me when it came to the versus vehicles. So this is also not. If there is a unifying gimmick, it's non-invasive.
Hmm.
It's not having an impact on how things transform. The fact that they're actually they're making it transform. It's not just the hood or just the spoiler. There's a third joint asymmetrically located down the right side. I'm sorry, the right side only of the vehicle. That splits it in a completely different way. That
Yeah.
it's completely different. So that's good.
Yeah.
And with the exception of maybe these gem thingies, which I keep forgetting what they're called, Kirami stones. With the exception of Kirami stones, which may or may not be the medium, we don't know. This is so streamlined and, dare I say, old school Super Sentai. I think they've actually turned around. Like
Yeah.
Ryu
Step in the right
Solger.
direction.
Yeah, Ryu Solger was a. I, I think the only way they could fuck this up. Well, no, I think it's too early for me to say that. I
Yeah.
was going to say
You
the only
you
way they could fuck
you
this up.
say the only way they could fuck us up, but we haven't seen the entire Robo yet.
Right. So I guess I'm going to hold off on that. So, or I'm
No,
going to try
don't.
and forget about it.
Knock on wood for the moment.
Is it all right if I knock on a Kia wood?
There you go. Yeah, I got a Kia wood in front of me, so why not?
Yeah, that's as close as I'm getting to it. Oh no, here we go. Back scratcher.
There you go.
Yeah, back scratcher. Okay. Uh, yeah, I'm getting excited.
Very good
It only
step.
took this is a good first step. This is good shit. I said that with which one was it? I think I said that with Ninja, where I said this is good shit. I'm looking forward to this, and then
Yeah.
it totally exploded in the second wave. So yeah,
And now, for the love of God, please, oh please, just have a good opening, and don't have a Red Ranger who's a screamy, was it hyperactive bitch. That's what I don't want. We'll probably get it. That's
mm.
what I don't want.
Well, he's well. The tagline for Carry Me Red is shining, sparkling.
Yeah.
Like the creative order, the creative warrior, shining, sparkling, Kirame Reddo.
Yeah.
Like with a title like that, you gotta wonder.
True. And I guess if there was going to be a hyperactive ranger, then it makes sense that it's the dude who's driving a car, driving a race
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, I think that's normal to have the adrenaline junkie stuff like that. He's
Yeah.
not going to be the serious one. He's not.
Yeah.
I think the serious one might be,
Not
and just
not
because of,
I'm not demanding that they be serious. I'm just not demanding that they be the most annoying shit in the room. That's
agreed,
all.
agreed.
That's all
I,
I would go on.
I think Blue's going to be the nose upturned, chin wagging asshole of the
Yeah.
group. You know, there's always one.
Man, if
Uh,
Blue just hangs around like wearing like aviator shades and like a leather jacket,
yeah, yeah.
be rad.
And then Yellow is going to be the laid back, devil may care type. And then I think they were saying that if I read this one thing correctly, I think they were speculating that Green was going to be a tomboy of some kind, and then Pink is going to be polite and appropriate kind of characters. So why am I doing this? What am I? Oh no, it's always a rotation of the 5 characters. So
Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
I'm done.
That's what we got. Those are our thoughts.
How long
Good
have we
stuff.
been doing this? 3 hours. We started at 10, and here it is 1:30.
And then here I am saying, "Hey, Ava, why don't you make your videos shorter?"
Yeah, you're the one who said that. You also told me to stay on topic.
Stay on topic. Yep. Here we are. But I think we did stay on topic pretty good aside from just a couple of areas. It's just the discussion about these things is interesting enough that just required the length.
Yeah, yeah. But I think there's enough room for speculation at this point, just because we haven't seen the toys and we haven't seen the mecha yet. So.
Yes.
Mm, all right.
There we go.
I'm gonna turn this thing off. So I had my fill. Okay. Is it Maxzilla1954 on YouTube?
Just say. Oh well, on YouTube. Let's
On
find
YouTube.
out. On YouTube, I
You
am
kind of Maxzilla
Maxilla
wherever you go, but
1954.
and obviously I'm gonna be linking it down below. Which one are you?
Maxilla 1954. Maxcila 1954. Oh,
I'll leave a link in the description.
there you go.
So Max, thank you very much. I appreciate
Yes.
you coming. I wish we could have had Prime
Glad for having
92,
me on.
but she probably had work. She's probably at work at this point, because it'd be like what,
She's
4
probably
a.m.
asleep
5 a.m. something
at this point.
Lucky her.
Yep.
All right.
So I need to be.
So expect another 3-hour dissertation or whatever it
Whoa.
is in a couple of days or something. Oh, what am
Yep.
I talking about? It's going to be Christmas in a couple of days. I'm probably going to publish this on Christmas Eve Day or something like that. So
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, and
Yep. Merry
I
Christmas.
hope I'm
And
going
all
to make
that fun
another one
stuff.
of these before New Year's Day or something like that.
Yes. Hopefully. And so, how about Rise of Skywalker? No, we're not talking about that. Unless you want to talk about that right now, but we probably shouldn't because it's late.
I'm not going to talk about it in the recording. Fuck the Ruse of
No,
Sword.
no, 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 not in the recording. Not in the recording. Not in the recording. Just
recording.
talk about it.
And so with that, this is Ava Unit 4A saying thanks for tuning in. Hashtag Doomcock was right.
And this is Maxzilla1954.
I already turned it
you guys
off. I already turned it off. Don't even
bother. There we go. It's out. It's done.
Oh, God. Just.